tall, so not the biggest barbarian, but I'm jacked.
It's a hair and braids. What if we put it into braids and then we wrapped it around and then we gave out the flowers sticking together and then what if we did this? Oh,
May I have another drink, please?
Yes, you may. And he goes over.
Put your hands up, it's better!
No. Sarah, roll me a Constitution saving throw. Yes, you. I'm gonna fight you.
He's sort of you guys know who I am, right?
Yeah. Goggles.
You're
Dr.
Mole?
Robot. Dr. Robot.
What do you do?
take a moment to try to stop laughing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one.
Why not? It worked again.
Hating on Batman.
I don't hate Batman, for the record. I hate the fandom of Batman.
Oh, cool. Okay,
That's the
that's
issue.
way more people.
It is. It's
To
a
hate.
lot, like actual human beings.
Were you gonna
You need to rub this crap off your neck and not smell like me. Or Wolf at all. Just start rubbing his neck and just getting like
I am fairly certain it doesn't matter what I smell like at this point.
to a feline. You have wolf's piss on you.
I'm just gonna point at my feline eyes.
I have some time.
You've just tuned in. We had the brilliant idea while we were fishing at the Dark Moon Festival.
Oh, jeez.
To do a dungeon with fishing poles equipped. Because why not? And so we drank all of the alcohol in our bags, and we equipped our fishing poles and our aquatic pets, and we went to do a dungeon.
I feel like I need to put up. So this was the end of our epic tale. What holds for next week as the heroes set sail? We may find our family, we may find where things start. All we know is to follow our heart. So our heroes set forth to pillage and to wander in the magical continent of wonder. We have one more question. I hope to not blunder. The question for you, dear friends. Do you wonder? Thank you, guys. Indigo Connect. Back up.
Yes.
Hi, everybody! Hi. It is Sunday evening, afternoon, and we're going to play a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons as we throw aside the mores of technology and embrace the pen and paper side of things, the way our ancestors first played D&D all those many years ago. We have a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. Please feel free to come and hang out with us on the Discord. The Discord is a cool place for you to hang out and find inspiration however you need it.
Lots of things.
There's memes, there's updated schedules and things of that sort.
Inspiration.
So, inspirational memes and stuff like that. So please feel free to come and hang out with us on the Discord. And it's also your place to find out if we're hosting a game where you can Discord in and play from afar. So we encourage you all to do that. That is there. We also have a merch store. You can come and find cool merchandise like t-shirts and cups and things like that where you can rep the Karma brand and it helps us keep the lights on. So we appreciate anything that you are able to do in regards to that. And then there's also an online digital store. There's no new item for today. Mike and I couldn't decide on what to do, but there's plenty of cool, like, spiffy items that you can get to up your digital avatar with all that goodness. Upcoming schedule for this week. So tomorrow night we have a special one-shot that is based off an internet meme that I saw, and I was like, I immediately have to turn this into a one-shot. So this is the meme that's been floating around for the kids that accidentally spell Santa wrong and accidentally write Satan instead, and Satan just being like, well, the letters to me, like, and the group of individuals that Satan would conscript to deliver presents to all those little boys and girls that accidentally wrote Satan instead of Santa. So I'm very excited for this one-shot. There's some high-level one-shot characters at level 11, so tune in to see some familiar faces.
Slime and smile.
And some not so familiar faces, some brand new to the channel. So, yeah, I'm very excited. So tune in for that on Monday. On Tuesday, we normally do an episode of Wonder, but it's Christmas Eve. So to torture my cast, who has just moved into season 2, we're going to hold off on doing an episode, and no episode on Tuesday. So much to their disappointment.
I was having this conversation with a cast member today. This year, Tuesday is Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve.
Yes.
And it's torturous.
So they need to wait until like January before we can jump into season 2, and
Which
then
we're totally cool with. We're not upset about at all.
See, it sounds like she's good with it.
no, sounds
Sounds
great.
like she's great with it.
She's in.
However, Thursday,
Need to grab her.
we go back to the Lost Isle. As our good buddy Bob, the basic operations bot, is going through learning what it's like to be a bomb, and so
The bomb.
the bomb. So tune in for that as our crew time travels to the future, and we learn what it's like to be a roach in the future. So that's on Thursday. Friday we go back to Neverland. We left on a bit of a cliffhanger. We're going to be missing one of our cast members on Friday, but I might have a special guest star in mind that I've been wanting to get onto the channel for quite some time, that they're looking at their schedule. So tune in Friday for a can't miss guest star. So they call him Mr. Tibbs. No, we'll see.
Is his nickname Ryan Reynolds?
His nickname is Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds.
Which takes us back around to Sunday. I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for stuff to do and stuff I need to mention. That being said, Big Mike, our DM, our
Yes.
leader.
Okay, so
Take us away.
we'll do some recap first.
Okay.
All right, so far, the story goes as this. Our intrepid adventurers were spirited away in the night to a land that they did not know without all of their equipment. And on the travels back to try to head towards some civilization, they stumbled upon Durst Manor and met 2 kids outside who were fearful for their lives and wanted you to save their little baby brother. So you trekked inside, and it turned out it was an evil, evil house. And you have finally fought your way down to the bottom of this dungeon and have made your way through all the tricks and traps and doors to this point. And you are now, I'm going to bring to the map here. And I don't have your guys' pieces.
That's okay. Let's get some pieces set up. I know that we all have our individual ones that we prefer.
Yeah, so while you're doing that, you guys are here with the Shrod statue.
I thought that was Tracy.
Is that Tracy? Okay. Do you remember which character was yours? Oh, the little cat figurine.
Yeah, I think so.
The little cat. That's you. And then we need a C-3PO is me.
C-3PO, yeah.
And then what did we have for
It was the Star Wars.
Tarful?
He was a big.
He was the big
stood
Star
sideways.
Wars guy. Let's see if we can find him. Star Wars. No, that's not Star Wars guy. But he's gonna work for now.
He's not here right now, but
Oh well.
our
Yeah,
big
kinda like
barbarian's
stood
on the way.
sideways.
He'll be here soon,
All right.
hopefully.
I need this one.
All
Oh,
right.
get these damn.
Yay, you guys! Oh, that's a big cat there. Okay.
Kitty.
All right, so you just came back in, And as last we left you, if anybody remembers, does anybody remember what happened?
Yes.
When you came in?
When last we left, we walked into the same space that we had been in before. With the shadows and, the creatures that attacked us, and we almost died.
Yes.
But as we came in, there was an old man. Oldish
Yeah,
gentleman
yeah.
who was just kind of being like
Yeah.
cleaning things up.
Yeah.
And just being like, oh, hello. Like,
Yeah, so we'll begin right there where we left off.
Okay.
And as you walk into the room, you kind of startle him, but he's like, "Oh, hello there. I never expected you to come back in here. Well, this is awkward. I'm the caretaker and this is the dog."
Does he have a dog with him?
Yes. Yes, I'll finish. I wish I knew his name, but the only thing on his collar was that he belongs to Gertruda. No idea who she is. He turns back to the statue, he starts dusting away, and under his breath he mutters, "Why do they always touch the orbs? Stupid fingerprints."
What do they always touch?
Maybe there has been misunderstanding. We are. Who are you?
The caretaker.
The
Kinda-
caretaker.
Yeah.
This place is a.
Not of the whole house, just this statue.
Just. Why are you a caretaker of just this statue?
It's been my job, always.
Oh, all right. Then.
Because we gotta keep it nice and neat.
We do. Who do you work for, caretaker?
Well, with nobody else being here, I still haven't earned my place, but. The Dursts?
The Durst. How long have you worked for the Durst?
What century is this now?
What century is this?
It's been a while.
All right. And this is not weird to you in any way that you are.
Oh no, I see a lot of you guys in and out of here. You guys made it the furthest though. This is pretty interesting.
This is good news, I suppose, for us.
Maybe, I don't know. Is it?
Who are the other people that live in this home?
Well, nobody lives here.
Who are the other people that exist in this home?
Oh, well, you've got the Dursts.
Correct. And the children?
Well, they're the Dursts as well, yeah.
You're familiar with them?
I think the maid's around here somewhere too.
Sure. Yes. All right. Well.
Why are you, this is weird. You guys stumbled in on me. This is my place, not your place. You're giving me all kinds of weird vibes.
We have yet to run into someone who is not dead or malicious towards us in some way or another.
Well, you keep touching this statue, we'll have some problems.
We will no longer touch this statue ever again.
It takes me forever to get these fingerprints out.
This is not something we are interested in. Do you know this house fairly well then?
Oh, yeah.
You know where maybe the remains are of the individuals that used to be in this house?
Well, you've put them in their sarcophaguses, except for Ms. Durst and
the baby.
Walter.
Where is Walter? Do you know?
Oh, he's below.
Below. Explain.
Well, it's the only place you guys haven't been so far. You guys have been pretty much everywhere.
Correct. But it is below. What is the quickest route to get below?
Well, it's the only other place you haven't been. It's the door. Around the corner. Take a left, and a right, and a left. No, wait, it's two rights. No, it's two lefts. No.
Could you?
If I'm you, you're me. I turn left.
If
left,
we promise to never touch the statue again, ever, would you escort us just this one time?
I can't.
Because of this, that you have to.
The fingerprints.
Correct.
It's your fault.
No, this is fine.
But if you take the dog with you,
that belonged to Gertruda.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as I know, it just says so on the collar.
Sure. Gertruda, would you lead us, please, to where Walter's...
I mean, it's a real dog?
Yes. No, I know.
So it's
I'm
not,
addressing...
like, you can't...
I'm addressing her.
Me or the dog?
The dog. I'm addressing
the dog's not going to talk to you. The dog hasn't ever answered me, so I don't know why you think it's going to talk to you all of a sudden. But, I mean, you're more than welcome to try. I mean, that's why I talk to it all the time. It has not said one word back to me ever.
All right.
It's only been here recently. It just kind of wandered into the house, and
We will
since I got nobody else to talk to, I was talking to the dog, and literally nothing. It just stares. I mean, I tried to give it some food and stuff like that, but there's not like there's a lot of things around here to, feed a dog. I mean, they can only chew on a bone for so long before they just start staring at you.
I am understanding more and more why you might be alone in this house. So we will take the dog with us.
Okay.
Okay. And then good luck.
I mean, you do have the best chance of getting out of here. I mean,
yes,
based on what I've seen.
Good luck with everything, and then we are going to go.
Okay. Have fun storming the castle.
Okay. This is weird things you have said, and we will just back out of the room.
Okay. So are you going to go? And again, this is west. That's north. Away from me is north.
Okay.
Towards me is south.
There are areas that we have yet to explore.
You've explored you explored the entire part of this map. But he's referencing a door.
That we haven't.
Right. Yeah, you came to it.
Where?
Here.
We go there.
Okay. Yes, that's where you want to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can go back this way.
Okay.
And follow down around, or you can go back through the other room. I'm just giving you choices, but the fastest way would be right through here.
Fastest way
to this door. Okay. Boom. You're at the door. It's a solid oak door. Looks pretty standard.
Okay.
Do you want to open it?
Absolutely.
So you're gonna do what?
I would be happy to
try it.
To mage hand to not touch the door.
Oh yes.
Would you like?
No, this is better.
After the last door, I would
Alright.
say it's a good idea.
Please.
I'm gonna spooky that.
You're not just
door.
gonna stab it. Okay.
We'll say that for like our backup plan.
Oh, okay. Backup plan. So first plan is like mage hand.
First plan.
Tick, tick, with the door.
And stab the door might be like down
second.
the list a
Okay.
little bit. Yeah.
Further down the list. It's an option, is what you're saying.
Right,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So you're gonna mage hand the door.
Absolutely.
And it's locked.
Locked.
Have we determined whether anyone here? No, I do.
Didn't somebody have a key?
We do have a key as well, but I also have thieves' tools and proficiency in thieves' tools.
Anything you want to try.
I want to try the key. One of us has found the key, so we will use
Yes,
the
you got the key off of Mr. Durst, where you had to go
right.
back and get his body, and that's the only thing that was left in the coffin.
Does that key unlock this door?
That key does unlock this door.
Yes.
Does it disappear from our inventory forever?
Well, no, you can put it in and unlock it and open the door.
Is this enough experience to push us to level 3?
No, that does not do it.
Oh,
no.
damn. All right.
No. Okay, so you descend down the stairs. Would you like to go downstairs?
Yes, please.
Okay,
through
well,
the
let me
door.
see. Let me check this next level. Is it ready for you? Is it ready for you?
Go
Okay, yes,
downstairs.
it's ready for you. All right. You are here.
All right. On the the stairs.
Yes. And that opens up into this room. And you can see into the room, so I will just come down the stairs here a little bit. Ooh, stand up. As you're all bundled there. You see before you alcoves stocked with grisly trophies. The chanting has swollen into one great song that shakes the very stones of this wretched place, and at last you can discern its lyrics. He is the ancient, a legion of voice sings. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Well, it's easy to remember those lyrics.
I know, it's not. Listen, I didn't spend a lot of time writing that song.
It's a little repetitive.
Yeah, it is. But you should hear it when I sing it. It's really good. I'm not singing. I don't sing.
Is that the chorus?
No, that's the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, yes. It's also the hook.
Wow. Just laying it out there.
Okay, so you see in all these, can you see here? So
Yes.
these are pillars in the room, the reinforcing pillars, and then the alcoves are along the outside of them. There are 13 of them, and you're gonna move into the space. Everybody's gonna move in.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
So you move into the space, and you can now see the exit here to the east. To the east, and then another spot here to the east as well. And the southernmost tunnel here slopes down to at a 20-degree angle into murky water and ends at a rusty portcullis. Okay, what would you like to do?
Unfortunately, this seems like an area that we should go, but we have no. There is murky water.
Mm-hmm.
Up
And
to
a portcullis.
Which height?
It is about 1 foot deep at this point.
This is the worst decision. Tarful is rather quiet, but I imagine that if you were
He's going to go down and explore the...
No, I would not do that to
Cat
him.
in water?
No, I will go and explore the
Okay,
water.
okay.
and
So
just
when you go
explore.
down to look,
Yes.
the portcullis is closed, but you can see into the open chamber.
Yes.
Oh, it's Jamie.
Okay, so if we wanted to delay this just a little bit, like I know that Terry right now is not super water friendly, but you give me an hour and he could be super water friendly.
Well, all right.
I mean, if we need someone to explore the water before we go diving in
Yes,
ourselves.
but there is a portcullis in front of us, so. it
How
does
deep is
not
this
ma-
water?
One-
At this part, it's 1 foot deep.
Oh, I misunderstood. I was thinking like water. Okay, no, we're good.
Is
Never
there-
mind.
We don't know. And he keeps saying
We
at this point
see
is a
this
foot deep.
chamber.
Yes. So you can see that there is a chamber with a dais surrounded by water. There is some sort of thing here. You can't really discern what everything is.
All right. I will, but how sturdy does the portcullis look?
Try it.
I will try to lift it.
Sure.
Knowing that
Strength check.
Strength is not my strong suit. That is a 1.
It doesn't even
It does not move.
flinch.
No. Well, this is the most sturdy thing.
It
in the
is,
whole world.
according to you,
To me,
it
this
is locked into place,
But
unmovable.
Let us go down the other path
Okay.
and see if there is a.
Did you want to take a look in the alcoves, see what's
Yes.
there?
Yes, please.
I'm not trying to lead you, but there are 13 little alcoves with 13 little trinkets in each of the
Yeah, I
alcoves.
wanna look at those.
Okay.
Did we long rest before this? We did not.
We have not long rested for this.
Okay.
No, you did.
We did?
We did.
Yes, you did after the fight.
Okay.
Before we walked into the room.
Yes.
Yes.
You
have
got
a
you
long
got a
rest.
benevolent DM who cares very deeply
Thank
for
you,
you.
benevolent
This is very
DM.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. What are the 13 trinkets? Are they just all?
Well, where would you like to start?
So start at the first one and go
So
around?
start here at the door and work your way around.
Please.
It's a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope.
You just let me know what you want to examine. I will be happy to pick it up without touching it.
Do you have the ability to see if an item has magic radiating from it or not?
I can sort of. Not to the
Do you
extent
have
that
it
you're
as
asking about.
does anybody have it as a ritual?
I do. I will cast detect magic as a ritual, and
You're welcome.
Thank you. And then not burn the spell slots,
Right.
which are very precious. to
Not
me.
that you will need them because it looks very serene
Absolutely,
and
it's very
yeah.
very relaxed and chill.
Yeah.
If there's anything you want more information about, I can identify it, but that's a whole lot more involved, and I can't do that alone.
No.
so.
Let us let us look.
Are you guys familiar with a monkey paw?
Is this what this is?
No.
Oh,
it's
God.
not. No, I mean, so you detect magic. None of these pieces radiate any magic. However, remember the entire house radiates magic.
Yeah, so they won't show.
There is the potential that all of these items have magic, but the house radiates within it such a magic that is.
So we've got 15.
Isn't that
little
unfortunate?
alcoves.
I'm glad I didn't burn a spell slot.
Yes, I would have been very upset with you.
Yes, that would have
Should
been
that
terrible.
have happened?
It would be terrible.
I would be very upset with you.
Yes.
We've got 15 little alcoves with 13
13.
little.
13.
13.
Yes.
little alcoves with
Because
13
13's
items.
a scary number.
How large are these alcoves? Like, are we talking
They're like a little 1x1
Okay.
cubby. They're like Sunday school cubbies or
Okay.
church school cubbies.
And is there
Why is
anything
it
about
church?
the
They're like
alcoves
school cubbies.
other than the objects within them that look different from each other? Like, is there writing on them? Is there anything about the alcoves that differentiates one from the next?
I'll just tell you what.
besides the
I'll
items?
just go. I'll describe the items to
Okay.
you. You tell me if you want to look at anything in particular.
Okay.
So you see the small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope, a knife carved from a human bone, a dagger with a rat skull set into the pommel, an 8-inch diameter varnished orb with a Nothic's eye.
Dagger, orb.
Yeah. Okay. No. I'll go slower.
Okay.
So you got a dagger with the rat skull. You got a
Okay.
knife carved from human bone.
Yep.
Okay, now there's an 8-inch diameter varnished orb,
Okay.
and it's made from a Nothic's eye.
A Nothic's.
Nothhic.
Oh, a Nothic's eye. Got it. Okay.
And this, I'm going to give you this page, Tracy, because it has the list of spells on the top that you got from the book.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to roll my D13
And pick one?
and pick one.
Okay, go right ahead. Ooh, it's a D13.
A 7.
Okay. So that puts you right here in the middle.
4, 5, 6, 7.
It's a desiccated frog lashed to a stick.
Yay.
Alright, I will examine the frog.
Okay, it's a desiccated frog, dried, a dried frog.
Understood.
Roll in Arcana check, or history. Arcana or history.
Both are rather high.
Okay, your choice.
15.
Okay, it resembles to you a wand of polymorph.
Oh, this is something I will pick up.
Okay.
Because the fates have drawn me to
Okay,
it.
all right.
Alright.
Okay.
And next.
Can
So
I look
we got the 8-inch. Do you just want to continue around, or do you want to
Sure,
look
why
at?
not?
Yeah, just look
Okay.
Would you like to borrow my D13?
Sure. We're gonna die. 1. So I know what
It's
that
a
yellow
small
hand-
mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope. Okay, I'll just continue around. Save you guys time. If you want to pick one up, do you want to pick that up and take it?
Sure.
Okay, so you picked that up and took it. All right. So next, there's an aspergillum carved from bone.
Aspergillum.
Yes, ASPERGILLUM.
Carved from what?
Bone.
Okay.
A folded cloak made from stitched ghoul skin. I think there's a knock at the door.
Oh, in game? Oh, no.
No.
Thank you. If there's a knock on the door, we're gonna have problems.
Got it. You already told us 7.
And then we did desiccated frog was lashed to a stick.
Okay.
No.
You are having a stroke.
I smell burnt toast. Does that mean anything? A bag full of bat guano.
Alright.
A hag's severed finger.
Alright.
A 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy, its arms crossed over its chest.
I would like.
We've only got 3 left.
Alright, go ahead.
An iron pendant adorned with a devil's face.
All of these are giving me
Creepy.
creeps.
They should. Why
Okay.
wouldn't they? Consider where they're at. It's not like happy
Right.
time toys.
I'm pretty sure this
Yay!
module is called Happy Fun Time at Candy Mountain.
Yeah, you're right. I'll change that. How do I
We're on
change
a
that?
bridge, Charlie.
The shrunken, shriveled head of a halfling.
Ew.
That's got to do with the luck point.
Yep.
That's got to be a lucky thing.
A small wooden coffer containing a dire wolf's withered tongue.
Speak with animals.
You guys are gonna have so much fun with these cursed items. These not cursed items.
I'm going to take all the items. So that if we move out of this room and someone had to join us later.
Could I do, you said history or arcana?
Yeah, on anyone.
Can I do an arcana check? I'm not going to do it on all of them because I don't want to waste time. But on the bag of bat guano.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Oh, I know what this is. I think so.
18.
With an 18, you think that it is a special bag of bat guano.
It's high quality.
They clearly kept it for a reason.
Bat guano.
High quality.
Bat guano is used as a spell component in certain spells.
We probably need.
I like watching you try to figure it out.
Yeah, he's already got it figured out.
I know, he's over there, he's like,
this
is this,
all
is
of
this.
these items have a terrible price. I have read the book Needful Things, and I am...
Okay, alright, so...
do any of the items speak to me? Do any of the items look like they were...
Look like they were...
They are tied to me, particular, in any way.
Roll perception?
Oh my gosh, the world doesn't totally revolve around you.
Jeez.
12.
No. Of the list that I read you, do you feel like at 12 points towards anything?
I will still have my
I want to.
Do any of these?
wonky wand of poly.
Do any of these items speak to me?
Roll a d20.
6.
Okay. On the list of 13, do any of those items speak to you?
The dagger with the rat skull.
It speaks to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. You feel like this dagger with the rat skull should be yours. Probably was yours. It might have been yours.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that dagger with the rat skull
So
should be mine. Might have been mine. Probably should be mine.
This is the dumbest thing I have ever...
Something along those lines.
Look, let us move away from this place before.
Did you want to see if anything spoke to you?
I think I'm interested in the tongue, actually.
Okay, so you want to take the tongue, or do you want...
Are you saying the tongue speaks to you?
Wink.
Yeah. 8.
So, anything on that list of 13, does any of that speak to you?
I regret my last choices.
It was perfect for me. That was great. I loved it. I enjoyed that so much. Of all the things that we've done so far today, that has been the most fun.
This is the most Mike thing, yes, of course.
Do you want to take the tongue?
Yeah, I want to.
Okay, you take the tongue. All right, so you have your items. Go ahead and make sure you write them down. You have all the items that they don't have on them.
No, I will just take the one.
Just take the one? Okay.
Really?
I mean, you can take anything you want, or Tarful could pick out a piece. We could roll for Tarful.
I will take all the items with me
Okay.
if I am able to take them in my bag.
Sure. You can put every single one of them in your bag.
Only because we don't know if there's any
What's going to
booby
be
traps
useful? Like
in
if
the
there's
next
something
room.
you need from this room to solve the final puzzle of the house.
I will take everything with me.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not saying they do, but it's possible.
But it's possible. Yes.
Not like you skipped a room before and didn't go to a whole entire floor of a house and do something out of order before. I mean,
of course.
This is read your own adventure. You choose your own adventure here.
It sounds like a great book for children.
Yes.
We will gather the items and then make our way off to the
This
right.
direction?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You move down to the corridor here, and you see this before you.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Yeah, I don't like that.
A prison yawns before you in a dismal
Right.
gloom. You almost hear the creak of long undisturbed shackles. The walls and floors are stained a dull red. A macabre trail leads to a lone skeleton at the far end of the hall. Something gleams on its finger. Something gold.
I will very tentatively make
Yeah.
my way forward
Right?
through the hallway. He is at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
I will go forward more. Are there beings and presences in the ship?
There is nothing there. It is empty as empty can be.
Then I will make my way all the way down towards the other end.
I'm creeping behind him because if I'm seeing things that we're probably going to want to pick up,
Okay.
then right
Alright.
now that's kind of my
Is anybody
main
else
job.
following down the hall?
No, I think I'm gonna stay at the
You're
doorway.
gonna stay at the doorway?
Just keep an eye out, because I can see you guys straight out, and I can see
Yes.
what's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Tarful wouldn't let you guys go alone.
No,
Right.
no, tougher.
So, as a matter of fact, he wouldn't let you be. He would definitely be second.
Wow.
If not first.
If not, wow.
You know how he is.
Wow.
Listen, he's been your team member for how long now? Exactly. You know.
Fine.
Try to tell me he wouldn't.
Fine.
Oh,
Exactly.
Does Tougher speak to you as a team?
Yeah.
I'm going to significantly roll my eyes though.
He can't help but see it. He 100% notices. And continue.
Yes.
Okay.
What is on the skeleton's person that is?
So you'll go all the way to the end?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me.
You died. There's no sense.
You died? Oh, you didn't find anything.
Roll 46.
Okay, so you move over to the skeleton and you see that he's the only skeleton in this entire jail,
Correct.
prison.
Yes.
And it looks like he's got the tattered robes, of a cultist that was here. Like he looks like one of the cultists.
Humanoid,
Mm-hmm.
like human sized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you do see that he has a gold ring on his finger.
What's his on the ring? Anything?
It's just a plain gold band.
Does it look dirty?
No.
You want me to take off the ring? I mean, not with my hands, of course, because that would be dumb
Ew.
No.
and gross.
I will take off the ring.
Why don't I just take it off with like my spooky hand, and that way, if it's cursed or something like that,
Yes,
we
because
don't die.
Everybody else has seen your mage hand before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you guys see that it's a skeletal hand, not
Yes,
not the
it is.
regular.
Alright. Then yes, go ahead. and take
Okay,
it off.
I use mage hand to take off the ring.
All right. Well, it's having trouble with the dexterous movement of sliding
Okay.
it off, so it takes the whole finger back to you.
Sure.
Yay.
Got it.
Yes, a ring of finger preservation.
So, do you want to try and take the finger out of the ring, or just leave it as it is?
No, I'm gonna get a cloth from
Uh-huh.
my. Do we have? Did everything go away, or just like weapons and stuff? Like
No,
would I
all
have,
your
like, a
stuff. You
cloth?
have,
Okay.
but you have clothes. But
Okay.
you had the new
I'll-
clothes.
I'll.
You had your new clothes.
Oh, but there's fabric on the skeleton. There's okay, so I'm gonna grab a little piece of fabric.
Okay. So you're gonna go over to the skeleton and grab a little piece of fabric off the cloak.
Is there any other fabric around this room that's fabric directly on the skeleton?
No.
You are wearing some.
I know. I think I'd rather just take a little strip of fabric off myself than anything off the
Sure.
skeleton. So I'll just tear a little strip of fabric.
Give me a dexterity roll. Yeah, just straight dex.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, you pull the finger right out.
All right.
You don't know why your mage
Well,
hand
yeah,
has
I'm
such a
trying to
hard
mage
time
hand
with it.
and then not touch it. So like drop
Okay,
the ring
yes,
in there so that
yeah.
I'm not actually coming into contact with the finger or the ring.
Gotcha.
And wrap it up in cloth.
Gotcha. Perfect.
I mean, you're welcome to look at it. I would just didn't want to touch it. yet.
Arcana check on the ring.
Roll, sure.
Ooh, and
Why would I stop you?
21.
Doesn't give you anything.
No, I know. But if
It
there
looks
were-
like
if
it
there
looks
were
like just
sigils
it
and-
looks
That's
like
true.
there aren't any. Okay, there's nothing written on it. It's a plain,
The fact that
solid
it is
gold
clean.
band,
Yeah.
but it is pristine clean.
if we think it's worth it later, or now even, I can identify it.
No.
We can keep that in our back pocket
Yeah.
for if we
Yes.
need it.
Yeah.
Hold on to it.
You
and-
might take it to somebody in town or something like
Yes.
that. That would probably be it.
Hold on
Okay.
to it.
I wrap it up so I'm not touching it and
yeah.
put it in my.
Is there any
Pocket?
sort of entrance from this area into the other area?
You are more than welcome to look.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do an investigation or perception.
10 total looking around.
You don't see anything like odd, or that would look like a door, or anything like that. You don't see anything that really catches your attention.
All right.
Anybody else?
If
Nobody
there's
wants to
nothing
take a
else-
look
I'm
around.
in the doorway, so I don't see anything. I keep calling back to
No,
them.
I mean if you want to go in and do an inspection, investigation, or
Look
like
around and see. If
Yeah, I'm happy to look around as much as possible. I mean-
Guidance.
Okay.
Okay, that is a
D4.
+4, right? Okay. This was investigation?
You could do perception, or you can do investigation.
Okay, then that's 12 plus 13.
13. You see some footsteps down the portion here that kind of dead end, but you don't see anything else.
Okay, I point this out to everybody else.
Okay.
I see footsteps, but they
So I
kind
have
of dead end.
+4 to perception.
Okay. So would you like to come in and
Yeah.
take a look?
Right, guidance.
All right.
7 + 4.
11. Roll a d4 as well.
That's right.
Because he gave you guidance.
Yeah.
4.
With a 15, you see that there is a secret door. Right here.
And that's how it's done.
What would you like to do?
Do we see a way to open
It's
the
a secret.
door?
It's a earthen door. Actually, let me put it this way. It looks like the earth has been wiped over a wooden door that would just be like a hatch to open.
Mage hand.
Okay. The door opens and you see what you see from the other side as well.
Ooh, I also never said that I restarted my mage armor after that long rest that we got, but I did that.
Okay.
Or I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Just.
I will take steps into the space.
Okay. The chanting heard throughout the dungeon originates here, yet when you entered the room, the dungeon falls silent as the chanting mysteriously stops. As you enter this 40-foot square room, a chill moves across your body like passing through an invisible barrier. The smooth masonry walls clearly provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillows support the ceiling, and a breach in the west wall, right here, breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers the floor, or most of the floor. Stairs lead up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of a room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling above a stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood. Rolling off the top of the dais beneath the altar is a blanket of mist, resembling the fog outside. Half embedded in the east wall is a wooden wheel. There.
Ah. Is there anything on the dais?
It looks like from where you're standing there's a white bundle.
I will make my way over towards where it is.
Okay, so you're going to go down into the water and then up to the dais.
Correct.
Anybody else going to come in?
I'll follow, but I'm not going into the water yet.
Okay, so you'll follow in here. Tarful is also in there. Do you come in?
Yeah, I'll come in and just kind of keep an eye on
All right.
behind us, in front of us, kind of thing.
I have the bless spell prepared.
Okay.
That's
Just-
the first sign of danger.
Yeah, and just to be clear, we're in the same room we were in before where we saw the water. We
Yes.
just went in a different
You
route.
came in the other way because this entrance
There
was
was a
blocked off by a
portcullis.
portcullis.
Got it, okay.
Okay, so you couldn't come in. Now, you can, now that you see this in the
Wheel.
wall, you can maybe discern that raises or lowers the portcullis,
Right.
but you don't know if it's functional.
Okay.
The water is 2 feet deep. Okay? The ledges and central dais are 5 feet high, 3 feet higher than the water surface. The ceiling's chamber is 16 feet high, 11 feet above the dais and ledges. The chains dangling from the ceiling are 8 feet long. It appears just long enough to have dangled someone over the dais. Cut them open slowly and deeply, as you can imagine these depraved cultists having done countless times, allowing the altar to be bathed in blood. Atop the altar, you see a small white bundle.
I will go and retrieve the bundle.
Okay. You climb the dais. The bloodstained altar stands before you, whispering its tales to you. Red tales. Shivers dance up your spine. It's as if the entire chamber awaits you with bated breath. And just as you reach the final step, an ill wind blows throughout the depths. 13 shadowy figures manifest on the ledge, wielding black torches that seem to swallow light. Their faces are but voids, and in one great union they chant, "One must die. One must die. One must die."
Do they make any other move other than to hold the torches above?
And they chant, that's it.
How close are they to me?
They are where you guys are standing. In between you are 13 ghosts standing along the dais. As you look at them, you can see that they don't have any faces, and the torches, although bright, seem to absorb light rather than produce it.
I'm thinking back to the 13 objects that we found
Mhm.
and wondering if there's any subtle difference between each of these figures or anything that relates to those
Roll a perception
objects
check.
that we found. Gosh, I'm rolling cruddy. 11.
They all look the same. They don't look any different.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yes. Gathering what I believe to be Walter in the bundle.
Okay.
I will turn to the group, the 13, and say, "I serve the Raven Queen. She decides who will live or die, not all of you. And I will present my holy symbol and turn undead."
Describe what your turn undead looks like.
As I grab the holy symbol that represents the Raven Queen, I hold it up in front of me, yanking it off the chain that I usually wear around my neck. Grabbing the bundle in one hand, I will hold the holy symbol up, and a radiant light will issue forth, causing the 13 ghosts, if they are undead, to make wisdom saving throws.
And what's the CR that can affect?
If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute. It doesn't affect a certain CR.
Okay, just check it.
Just it destroys them if they get to a certain level.
Okay. And that's a what save? A wisdom save or a con save?
That is a wisdom save.
Okay. And what's your?
I hope you are ready for
16 on the die.
this jelly. Yes, no, that makes it.
Okay.
Yes.
Nothing happens, but you get the sense that nothing would have happened.
Sure did, yeah. So, did it not go off? Do I still have Eternal Divinity, or that is?
It did not.
It did not. Okay,
Go off.
this is this is fine. I want to look in the bundle.
Okay.
Is it?
You open the swaddling. It contains a rusted, serrated dagger, painted red with layer upon layer of blood dried to it and flaking off as you touch it. Dun dun dun.
One must die. One must die in order to leave this place?
One must die. You have the dog.
Wow.
What kind of game is that?
Wow.
I'm not
Just
sure.
reminding you.
One has died, and I will hold up the dagger.
One must die.
The whole family's dead.
I mean, I'm not going to play this game with them.
So we need to go.
Yes. Are they blocking the exit where the wooden wheel is?
Perception check.
Can't be this easy.
11.
It doesn't look like anybody's blocking anything.
Alright.
And what did you say? It looked like there was a lever we could have pushed.
Yes,
to
that's
get
what.
the.
It's a wheel, like
by
a
the
wooden wheel?
portcullis.
Okay, and did we already do that?
No, I
we
will
didn't do
walk
that.
over.
Yeah.
I will just ignore them completely and walk over towards where the.
So you're going to walk off the dais.
I will attempt to.
Oh.
Okay. As you move to walk off the dais, you hear a shuddering cry. Come, demon! We awaken thee! An earthquake shakes the foundation of the house above you, sifting dirt and dust from the ceiling above. The
I
dirty
immediately go back to my spot. So you don't have to read anymore.
the dirty water filling the chamber ripples as something moves beneath the surface. A host of bones, flesh, and disparate body parts come together from the water, collecting into a massive, shifting heap of gore in the alcove. Before you, coming out of the westernmost alcove, is a roiling mass of decay and rot. Thick tendrils of waste wriggle from it, reaching for the nearby surfaces. You can see the tendrils grip on the walls, tighten with crushing force. As the enormous thing crawls toward you, you see bodily remains of humans buried in its putrid body. Roll for initiative.
Oh, this will
Wow.
not be good. This will not be good.
Oh, just for everybody who's watching, can you give your names again?
Yes,
so
I'm.
people can follow along.
Yes, I'm Luther, a Warforged life cleric that serves the Raven Queen.
Oh, Talia Vilkis. I am a wizard. Yeah, human wizard.
And Jade, a Tabaxi Ranger.
And Tarful is a Lionkin barbarian.
I have a question.
You got a question.
Do I know enough about the arcane to realize that if one must die, like would end this if these are ghosts and they're stuck in a loop, could I attune as Luther that if one of us were to die or like one must die, it would end this cycle?
Yes. However, that would only have applied if you did not leave the dais. If you did not turn to leave in defiance of them saying that you weren't going to kill anybody, you could have killed somebody.
And that would have
ended it.
Would have ended it.
But it's too late now.
I'm sorry.
Oh well.
I did not know. I'm sorry.
No, how could you know?
Yes, right. All right.
Okay, so Luther, what did you roll?
16.
Okay, hold on one second. I forgot how to spell his name. Okay, Luther, you got a 16, you said?
16 on initiative.
16. Talia.
A 4.
4. Well, no 20s this time?
I rolled a 2.
Jade.
12.
And I will roll a good dice for Tarful.
Let's see how it is. He knows what are his good dice?
We don't know. I don't know.
I just picked another one that I had rolled. They're all good.
Yep.
I just want to try to make it feel better. It's like, I'm going to roll my good dice for you, buddy. So, anybody know what he gets for a plus? Is it 2?
I don't know. He will
Like
be here
10 minutes.
6:15.
All right, so yeah, I'll just give him a. He'll go on an 11. We'll say he gets a +3. That's a
Yeah,
guess.
let's do
That's
that.
fine.
All right, and then it got it. It got a good number.
Of course it did.
Yep.
That's-
Okay,
that's
so
the
we
better-
have Luther is first, followed by Jade, followed by Tarful, followed by Talia, and followed by whatever this thing is.
Wow, I need some offensive spells really bad.
You have no offensive spells? Alright.
I have a bow and arrow. That's
This-
pretty
this-
awesome.
This is not a spell. Your familiar can help you.
A little bit. Not a lot.
Right. Who is up first?
Luther is up first.
I will bless the group with channeling my arcane energies. I will send out the bless spell to encompass all of them except myself.
Okay.
With that, each of you may add a D4 to your attack rolls and saving throws. So to give you that little extra boost, should you so need it.
And do you want to move? Can you find like a blobby looking thing, creature thing there?
Let
Or
me
just a
see.
big one, just a big one.
Just a big one. Yes, I have the perfect.
You guys ever seen a shambling mound before?
I hate you.
It's kind of, this is what you're kind of looking at. Oh. Way to block me here.
I am sorry.
It wasn't you. It was the camera.
Oh God.
So the penguin's gonna attack you. Oh.
I think I just knocked myself.
No, you knocked Tracy off. Toss me
Okay.
another little.
Wow.
I'll catch it this time. Tracy left.
We are going to do this one for Tracy. This one stands up.
Oh ah!
There you are.
You're Robin.
There we are.
Okay. All right. So that's what you did with your action movement.
I am going to move away from the shambling mound.
Okay. How far do you want to move?
As
And in which direction?
close as I can get to wherever this wheel is that.
Okay. So
turns.
you can get right to the wheel. It's 5, 10, 15.
Would you allow me a bonus action to see if I can turn it?
Sure. Give me athletics.
That is a 9.
It does not turn.
All right. That is my turn.
Okay. That brings up Jade.
Right, hold on.
All right, Jade.
Yeah, I have Hunter's Mark.
You do. As a bonus action, you can cast that on a creature that you can see. You
Uh-huh.
just have to choose the creature which you are going to hit.
I put it on.
I would put it
On
on
him.
That mound.
Yeah.
Yes. What
yeah.
is your favorite enemy too? Were you able
Undead.
Undead. So yes. All right. Yes. You mark them. You mark them so good.
He marked so hard. He is marked so hard.
Well, I'm not gonna pee on it.
Absolutely.
Wow. It's not marked that hard.
I'm not marking that much.
You-
Okay.
Jade runs over and pees on it. Hunter's mark.
This is a choice. Not a good one, but a choice.
I have a question that we did not get discussed because I squeaked in here.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
I had not seen this list of spells in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what I could prepare.
Well, you couldn't.
during
You
that
can't
long
use
rest.
that book.
I
Okay,
can't
so
use
you
that book,
can't.
yeah.
You have to take some time to
To get to know
describe
it, and
them,
then I
and
can.
you
Okay,
didn't have
got
the
it, okay.
inks for it.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
Good to know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No,
but you
that's
should
good
have
to
a.
know.
You should. Your list is should be good enough.
Every day you can pick these spells that you
Yeah.
Right.
want.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just
But they're not in your book yet. You have to transcribe them to your book. That's in the other book.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The library. 20.
Nat 20.
You got it. That hits.
So it's a D6 plus my 4, right?
This would be your
Roll your damage.
roll all your damage, and then
Right.
we will double that
Yes.
damage. So
Oh.
8 plus what?
3.
What is the D4 for?
And not my.
That is
Oh, that's
just
right.
2 hits. So
But your hunter's mark gives you.
Right. My hunter's mark gives me.
a d6.
What is your bow? What's the damage on your bow?
It's a D8
Plus what?
plus 4.
Okay, so,
So
yeah.
roll the d8.
Yeah.
Roll
a D8.
You would not have gone up. 8.
Okay, so 8 plus 4. Okay.
Right.
So
That's 12. And then what does the hunter mark give you?
6. That's why I had the 6
Roll
out.
d6.
So
5.
No, so this is 10 plus 16 because all of the dice are doubled.
Right.
So this would be 26 plus 4, 30 points of damage.
Correct.
As the arrow is
You said
let
34?
loose. 30 total.
30
Right.
total.
Yeah. Do
I'm
you have
like-
2 attacks?
No, it's longbow. It's just
No.
one.
Just one. All right. Yes. 30 points of
Got
damage
it.
is nothing to sneeze at. Yes.
All right. It is Tarful. Does anybody want to?
Yes. Tarful will run forward, doing reckless attack.
Okay.
To attack the creature. That is a 24 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
Yes. And I imagine he is raging as well.
Oh, I would hope so.
Yes. And he has a great axe, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So we will say that it is 14 points of damage.
Okay.
For the first.
Okay.
And then, does he have 2 attacks? I believe he swings twice. All right. That is 19.
Okay.
To hit.
19 hits.
Oh, this is only 9 points of damage for the
Okay.
second hit.
Okay.
Right.
And that will bring up Talia.
All right, Toll the Dead.
All
I did
right.
have an offense.
What do I need to do? I need to.
So wisdom save of 13.
Let's see. Wisdom. Nope, he fails.
Yeah. And he is damaged, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's
He
12.
was. That is 5 points necrotic damage.
Okay. Okay.
And that is it for me.
All right. Then that will bring up. Ooh, me. Let's see. I am going to. Boop.
Is that what it sounded like?
Yep. He said boop. And that will be all. Now it's back up to Luther.
He is not doing anything to be malicious in any way or nothing along those lines.
Other than he's advanced on you.
I will see just how focused he is on me and use my movement to back up, back again towards the dais. No, hug the wall.
Okay.
Towards
So
me.
if you move forward, because there's stairs here,
Well,
you
so
go.
if I move anywhere.
Yeah, if you move up.
No, then I will keep his attention on me. Then
Okay.
I will keep him focused, and I will go ahead and cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
With Sacred Flame, he gives another wisdom.
That is a 19 on the die.
Yes, that will do it. So nothing happens, but I will hold up my holy symbol and try to gather his attention.
Okay.
And keep it focused on me.
Okay. Then that brings up no movement, no nothing, no bonus actions.
There is
anything,
nothing
you're good?
I think
Okay.
I can do.
You
My
could
bonus-
go up the. I mean, okay. So when I said you couldn't move, you can go up the stairs this way,
No, it is better for him to
or
be
move
focused.
this way. So
I will seek atonement.
Okay.
And
all right.
so bonus action, I will. Come on,
Bring
ugly.
it.
Yes.
Or did you want to try the wheel?
Yes. Oh, of course. The wheel.
You're welcome. Wink, wink.
Athletic. Oh, 17.
It moves, but nothing happens.
The wheel moves.
The wheel
The
moves.
portcullis does not.
The portcullis does not open.
Portcullis does not open.
Right.
Ah. as if it was being held by magical means, and
Possibly.
we must defeat this creature first. Yes,
Possibly.
Wonderful.
There
wonderful.
is the other exit here that you know of,
The
where you
secret
came
exit.
in at.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so if that's all for you, that will bring up Jade.
Sorry, so I'm gonna try and shoot it again.
Go ahead.
10.
No, you add things to your arrow.
Oh, that's
So
right.
What when you shoot your arrow, it is you should have a plus next to that number, right?
Yep.
Move
Yeah.
your finger down to the middle column. Or
This one?
scoot
No,
it
where your
over
bow
to
is.
the right.
Where your bow.
Oh, okay, that's
it
right.
says 2 hit.
Oh, yeah, 6, so 16.
So that hits.
All right.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Which is the 8,
So 5 plus what?
the
Should be a
4.
plus. So 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Plus your hunter's mark.
Right, so that's
Roll
a
your
6.
D6.
That's 5.
Yeah, 14 total.
Okay. All right, and that will. Do you want to move?
No, they're gonna stay right where I'm at. 'Cause I'm kind of, yeah.
You're blocking the door, so
Yeah.
either way, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Not
Well, nobody
saying-
can come in, nobody can go out. So
Right.
at least he can't escape.
Yeah, this thing's the escape you. So I'm trying to keep it in. Gotcha. Okay, that will bring.
here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
All right, that will bring up Tarful.
Tarful will swing away Meryl.
So he had to come down.
Yeah, so we'll go next to that thing again. That's a 26 probably to hit, 24.
That hits.
Yeah. And then, so the first hit is going to be 8 plus his rage, 10, probably a 3, so probably 13 conservatively points of damage. And then he'll swing away again. He will get probably an 18 to hit, 19 to
That'll
hit. And then 3 plus, not as much, so 8 points of damage
Okay.
on that one.
All right.
That is Starful's turn.
And that will bring up Talia.
More of the same. Wisdom save of 13.
Ooh, that's a 6 on the die.
Once again, 5 points necrotic.
Okay.
At least I'm consistent.
All right, and that will bring up the Penguin of Doom.
Bring it. Come
All
on, ugly.
He will advance past Tarful, or actually he'll move right there next to Tarful, and that's between the two of you. He is going to do an engulf attack on you.
On me? Are you sure?
Yes. Engulf. And
I just don't like that word.
you are in 17 plus 7, so that's
no, that's 24. Just hits.
yeah, barely.
Yes. Go ahead.
All right, so you are engulfed.
All right.
Let me read. Sorry. I have to read things to you.
I am engulfed. It's not going to be good.
I'd really prefer if he didn't die.
No.
Well,
it's fine.
yeah, no, he doesn't die. You can see, now that you have been engulfed, that at the center of this mass of putridness, there seems to be some small form in the very middle that has sinewy-looking things connected to it. Like it is the nucleus of this thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And give me. No, I'll wait. It's on your. I'll wait till on your turn.
No, I think I understand.
All right.
Is there a clear path for me? This would constitute like swimming
On your turn.
through it.
On your turn.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay. So that's that. That brings up Luther. It is now your turn.
Yes. All right.
So
I
you
am
wanna-
making my way.
You were asking things, so I would say give me a perception check.
Could
or-
I argue investigation?
Okay, investigate.
Yes.
Clearly.
A 14.
Okay. You see that through this putridness, that there is kind of like a shell, like more of like a moving, roiling mass around this center.
Yes.
And in the center of that it looks like an infant.
Understood. Jump.
And there are things connecting to the infant.
I'm going to get weird on you.
Okay.
And I hope you are prepared for this.
Yes.
I will move as much as
Okay,
close to...
so it'll be like moving through difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need to be able to touch. So I will
You
use
reach
my...
okay, so you will reach the center.
Yes.
What are you doing?
As I move through the center, I will drop the spell Bless, and I'm touching this mass, correct? I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay.
Which protects this creature from undead.
Okay.
It is a touch spell.
Mm-hmm.
The protection grants several benefits.
Okay.
Creatures of this type have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be charmed, frightened, or this is what I am banking on, possessed by them.
Okay.
If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect. I am banking on the fact here that this is Walter, and he needs the boost of having us around him. I want to explode this thing Death Star style from the inside. I will hug it like I am hugging a brother and cast this spell upon it.
I think we ruined his game.
No. I'm just trying to account for what you're doing.
The price to be paid is the bless immediately drops on all of them.
Okay.
So if it is it is a gamble. So I'm infusing this child, this shape, this soul with protection from the evil around it.
Okay.
I do not mean to break.
No. Okay, this will work. This will work. All right. This will work. Let me put this there because that's no longer needed. There.
I feel like we just skipped the second floor again.
All right. It is going to work. It is going to work. Let me.
But. There's a but
There
here.
is a price to be paid.
Okay. All right. So. The problem is.
I want to see him just start throwing pages every time we do this.
Yeah.
Count up the number of pages at the end.
What you guys are beginning to notice is that I am not an improvising DM. I mean, I improvise in that I need to, but I write down all of my scripts so that I can remember everything that's going to happen because there's a lot of things that could go on. So I write down everything and I have scripted myself all of these things so that I can follow along and pay attention.
Yes.
So
lots of
you
cooking.
guys are just really good at getting those things to not work. So I, in my infinite wisdom, accounted for these things. So
Been there, done that.
Thank you.
Lily has messed up again.
No, ultimate thanks to Wolfgarin, who is the executive producer for this thing, who provides me with all of the counters to all of the things that you could possibly do.
It's like, hey, yeah, that's a great idea. What if they do this or this or
And
this?
then he says, I'm like, oh, well, in that case, let's write these 8 pages additional. All right, so we'll just say this. You free Walter from the construct.
Understood.
The sinews snap, the blood vessels pop. Everything connected to this infant Walter disintegrates, bursts, explodes, pops, dissolves, however you want it to happen.
Yes.
and you pull the baby into you, right? Towards you, close to you. You said you were going to hug him, and
Yes.
with all the. So as you hug him, the mass around you just slowly moves down and dissolves into the water, leaving just you and the baby. Walter is dead. Walter is not alive.
Understood.
He does not make it.
Right.
The house at this point screams directly into your heads. You will not make it. You have succeeded this far. But I'm tired of the games. Come. Exit. Leave. I invite you. Make this your trip. I'll see you soon. And with that, it goes silent again. So you have the baby,
Yeah.
and you are free to move about.
Are those 13 still there? Did
They're
they
gone.
disappear?
Everything's gone.
Was there a crypt for Walter?
Yes.
Yes.
I immediately.
Yeah, hightail it.
Immediately. We're hightailing it to where the other kids were.
Okay.
We hightail it to Walter's crypt. The
Uno
consecrated ground.
momento, por favor.
By the end of this, he's gonna have a binder with like indexes.
Should Tracy
and,
cast
like,
counterspell, refer
Nope,
to
got it.
table.
I'm right here. I just had to make sure I flipped to the next page. All right. So now,
Yeah, there's
I'm
a lot of
going to
typing. Can you print this?
remove
Can you
this.
print
You
this?
guys
through a
have.
forest.
You
if
guys
I was-
have the
Yeah.
baby.
On Tracy alone, there would be like, here's my Tracy notebook.
Yes.
I didn't account for any of this. Anyway, here,
All right.
Wait, you got Insight Greed? I need another notebook.
you did what?
Okay.
Okay.
There he is.
There's our
This is the
barbarian.
sound.
I think our barbarian returns.
Yay!
I was invisible the whole time.
Whoa!
12
No,
wood.
you did quite a bit of damage, sir.
I represented you as best I could, and
We were guessing.
and you
Okay.
you saved all of us. So thank you.
You guys are here.
Are you wearing an elf quest?
I love it.
Old school. I'm so mad. I had another elf question that said to hunt how to live free that my cat ruined because he was in a tree and I went like this and he went okay. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Okay.
Ah.
So you have to get here,
Yes.
which is where Walter's crypt was.
Right.
Understood.
Okay. No, wait. Walter's crypt was here. This one was the one that you guys all saw your name on.
Right.
So here.
Yeah.
How do you want to get there? You can go this way and go around.
The quickest way possible.
Oh, you know what? Yes. So you can go this way and go around, or go this way and go up.
Which way have we explored before?
All of it. There is
quickest,
nothing.
The quickest.
Quickest and
Okay,
safest.
wait, we
and-
pretty much last time I explored everything.
Everything's
We were kind of-
okay. Picnic room or well room?
Picnic room.
Picnic room. All right.
What happened? What, the last thing what happened was there was like a. We'll talk
So
about it.
what has
Oh,
happened?
I'll bring you up to speed. Okay,
Yes,
so
bring me up to speed.
you went down into the final layer of the dungeon.
There's
You
under
found
the-
you
Ooh, I like that
found
word,
a
final.
cavern or a room with a dais on it. Sprinkly Butt over here decided that it was excellent to run up on top of the dais immediately because he saw a
Baby.
a white bundle of cloth on the altar. So as soon as he ran in, 13 specters appeared along the walls and demanded that one must die. He refused because he thought that would be a good idea, and immediately summoned forth Walter, the Flesh Mound. And then the fight ensued with Walter, the Flesh Mound, and he was able to be engulfed by Walter, the Flesh Mound, and then able to free the infant from within the center mass by casting, what was it?
Protection from evil.
Yes.
From the inside of it. And
From inside. and that released the baby from the gore and rot, and then it dissolved away. Now the
How many hit
house.
points am I down?
The house screamed at you,
none.
and
Run.
No.
And you've had a long
It
rest.
hit him.
So
Yeah.
you have both your rages.
nobody took any damage.
You have both your rage, and you should have full hit points.
Yeah.
So here's a question: were the arrows are you shooting at it actually doing any damage?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys had it down to like 40 hit points.
Oh, okay.
So that worked out. Okay, so you're going to go to picnic room?
Yes.
All right. I like this one. This is my favorite one.
Yay.
All right. So now, this is the part of the game where you will be doing skill challenges. Each room will present different skill challenges.
That's cool.
All right.
All right. What you see as you walk into this room, screams pierce the darkened depth. Screams for mercy, help, or a quick end. You come across a man chained to the wooden table, thrashing and screaming. A gash runs the length of his belly, from which blood pulses out to the beat of his heart. How or where he came from doesn't matter. But in the distance, you hear them, the cultists chanting and gathering. Can you silence him before those ravenous monsters come upon you? So I will give you kind of...
a way to silence him. We're all happy to have Toffle back.
Yes, so you will have to complete the challenges to escape the house. If you get more fails than you do successes, then one person's left behind. If you get, if you get 2 fails before 3 successes, one person gets left behind.
Understood.
Okay, if there are
More than that.
if there's 2 successes and 3 fails, then 2 people fall behind.
Understood.
And that's fall behind, so they have to catch up.
Understood.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So right now you're all at the same speed. You're all moving at the same distance. All right. What would you like to do? And these are skill challenges.
So it does not matter how the problem is solved. We just have to.
You have to solve the problem. Okay.
All right.
So any of these challenges appear to use.
Yeah. So you can do athletics if you want to take on athletics to try and break the chains, or dexterity, try to pick the lock. You could use deception or persuasion to make him stop screaming. You can do medicine checks. You can do a heal.
I'm just gonna yell at him.
Okay.
You said
That-
persuasion or something.
Yeah,
just
that would
stop
be
him
deception
screaming.
or
I'm just
persuasion.
gonna- no,
Well,
well,
that would be
I'm
an
putting
intimidation.
Intimidation. I'm just
So
gonna
you
yell
can
at him
try
and say,
to-
"Shut up,"
Okay.
because I'm really good at being intimidating.
Roll it at.
And that was a nat 20.
Oh my god,
Okay.
it really is.
24.
He's intimidated. He's intimidated. However, he's still screaming. He's like, "Why are you yelling at me? I am so scared of you now."
Medicine check. While she is distracting him, I will
Or
try.
do you have a healer's kit? I don't know that you have. a healer's kit.
I don't. But
Okay.
I
Do a medicine check.
I do have.
Or you can attempt to heal him.
No, cure wounds.
Okay.
Cure wounds.
Okay.
I
That's an automatic success.
yes, I will.
Everybody moves past.
Perfect. All right.
All right. Now, where would you like to go? Yeah. I didn't say these were hard, guys. I just said.
No. Cure wound. That's just perfect.
Tell me what we got.
Are we at the crypt yet?
You can move all the way to the crypt. Okay.
Yes. I'll put water in.
Okay.
Is this the level we were on before?
Yes.
Yeah, we are putting water.
We've already put the other 2 to rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So we'll just
he was
wait
the
for
last one.
Because his corpse was.
We are hoping that Walter manifests himself as a baby and it's just like, here is transportation to the end of the house.
Okay, so you place Walter in the coffin, and the house erupts in another quake, almost to the point of deafening you. The quaking doesn't stop as small particles of dust and debris are shaken from the ceiling. You have taken away too much from the house, and it will not lose. Your only chance now is to escape from the house before it engulfs you forever.
Oh, lovely.
I will pass the area and then we are just let us go fast, please. Back the way we came up
Okay.
to the main stairs.
So you're gonna go.
How would we? Which is the fastest way out of the house?
Okay, so to get off of this floor, you have to go through here, or
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So let's do double speed. So full.
Full.
Okay.
Dash action.
All right. You move to the secret staircase. The mortared walls of the staircase are crawling with swarms of infant spiders. As you flee, an enormous spider climbs out from below the last step, seeking to drag you below. You can do animal handling, intimidation, athletics, or you can use a spell or a cantrip.
Athletics.
Okay.
Do we all have to solve this problem?
Yes, you did particular. That one was an automatic complete because you healed it.
Saved. Yes, all right.
Okay.
all
And
right.
he just runs off in the distance.
So each of us choose a solution to this problem.
Yeah, and you can work together.
I'm just gonna keep trying to be as intimidating as possible.
Okay,
because
so you're gonna
that's
do-
what I'm best at.
uh,
I'm
okay,
gonna yell at it after he does.
Actually,
his
you know
thing.
what? Let's go off the initiative that we established before.
Yeah.
All right, so Luther is first.
All right. Luther is going to understand that he is not very athletic or acrobatic.
Yep.
So instead, he is going
You can
to
do animal handling, intimidation, athletics, spell,
animal
cantrip.
handling.
Okay.
I will use my knowledge of spiders to see what I can do. That is a 14.
No.
Can I guide myself? It is like
Sure.
Yeah. Seeking divine radiance to push myself, to guide myself.
I'm
So-
benevolent and loving DM.
You are, and that is good. 14, 17. And
You will succeed. That's one success. Then that goes
we are
to
gentle.
Jade.
We are being gentle towards the spider.
Jade?
Past the spider.
Cool, I hope that works.
Animal handling, intimidation, athletics, a spell, or a cantrip.
Tracy comes through the whole house.
I have animal handling. I
Okay,
don't know.
go ahead. Roll for it.
13 plus 4, 17.
You succeed. Tarful. Yeah, you. You're third, Tarful.
Okay. Athletics. We are kind to the spider.
17.
That succeeds.
Picks it up and throws it.
All right. And then Talia.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna get through this entire house by just yelling at things.
Yelling at things.
Yelling at things.
Okay.
I'm gonna be as intimidating as possible. That's a 16.
That succeeds. Surprisingly, you're.
Stupid spider, get out of my way!
Gentle,
You guys all advance to the next level.
You guys, it's probably good you're going first.
Can I get you something?
That puts you in the attic.
Some ice, please.
Ooh, I should go because I'm first. I'm last. You're first.
She's last, yeah.
Ice water.
I'm going to
right?
give you a heads up. My AC is not working. I just know that when I came.
Oh, that's not fun. Okay.
So
Lisa's going, we're going into a pool.
I know.
Okay.
So I said goodnight to the kids, so I did that on the drive-in. So.
okay, perfect.
You guys all come out here.
All right.
So we got attic, 3rd floor, 2nd floor, 1st floor.
All right. Where are we now?
Attic.
You are here in the attic.
All right. This is fun. We can make our way through this house of horrors.
All right.
We got admitted through 2 challenges.
Yeah. All right. Where would you like to go?
To quickest egress down the stairs out to this area.
Okay.
And then
Do we get everything we need from the house? Do we already pick up everything we need from those different?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
We have
we-
13 little 13 things.
we
to-
found 13 items that could be magical in nature, but it seems like they are items that, like the wand of polymorph is they stick with a mummified frog that has been sort of duct taped to the so it is items that you know, but there's a wolf's tongue that has been preserved. And,
Okay.
I have
You
collected
have
all
moved
of
down
the-
to the 3rd floor. You are here.
Alright.
And that is the upper hall. Okay. The suit of armor has been animated.
Oh, damn.
Athletics, acrobatics, or investigation.
Thank you.
Investigation?
Yeah.
I will do investigation. This is
You are
studying-
trying to determine if you can ascertain a weakness.
Right. Since I am first, and this could set up everyone for a potential win here, I will do investigation.
Okay.
That is, oh my god, 26.
That will pass.
Me. So acrobatics. 19.
That will pass as well.
Does this set someone up for a win? The investigation? Does it? Do I point out a weak spot?
No. You just pass
This
your.
is just like
you avoid.
he's got the bomb knee. And then I just
You
run.
avoid it.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
He has an arrow in his knee.
He used to take an adventure.
Starful.
14.
What were you doing?
Athletics.
That does not pass.
Investigation, I guess, is my best one of those. The gold foiled. 7. It was an 18 till it knocked into the stupid thing. 7 on investigation.
That
So
does
so
not
much.
succeed. So now, you rolled a what again?
7.
7. And does anybody remember their rolls? You would have had a 24.
No, it was higher than that. It was
26, isn't it?
26 or 27.
Okay, so we'll say 27. Amy, would you roll?
Mine was a 19.
19.
I think.
Tarful, you got
14.
14. Okay, give me 1 second.
Math.
Carry the 1.
Yeah.
He's seeing how
And then
much
How far behind?
the quotient is of succeeding for.
okay, you pass. You all pass.
Wow.
The roll on your dice were all higher than the average of the DC to pass it.
Understood.
Okay, so you all get a pass. It's your last. It's like a 50-50. Oops. What's that? Oh, look at that world map. It's so beautiful.
We have a vinyl world map.
Yeah.
For outside. We will have to see it.
All right. Get you down to the. Nope. Yeah, you're good here. All right. So you pass. Now you have exits here and here, which takes you out to balconies, which could get you out as well.
How?
There's a room between each one of the balconies, or you can continue downstairs.
What was the drop from the back? This is the second floor?
Second floor.
You're
so
on
at
the
least-
third floor now.
Oh.
You're on the third floor.
This would be a pretty big fall.
Yeah, so if you drop down to the first floor, that would be.
Let's just keep going down.
Okay, so
At
you
least
want to
one
go down
more
to the
floor.
second floor? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just wanted to give you that those were options to climb out of the house,
Understood.
kind of,
Yeah.
possibly. All right. Okay. You have. No, you can. There's exits in the windows, or down to the other floor from here. Which way would you like to go? You are here. You are here.
I feel as if we are tempting fate.
Because we're cats. We probably could make the jump. We're not sure about you guys.
Well, this is fine. We have a rope.
I'm not saying that that's an exit. I'm saying that there are exits here if you.
We might as well continue to run.
Right,
And
yeah.
go to the front door.
Yep, first floor.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Wow. Okay.
All right, you have made it down to the first floor.
Understood.
Your exits are here, and here, or just through here.
Yes, out the front door, to the foyer, correct? And then eventually to the
Right.
front door.
Okay, get through there. As if nothing else could possibly go wrong, you see that the front doors are slowly becoming bricked up, and behind you, the doors to the main hall begin to swing shut.
You say slowly becoming bricked up.
Yes.
If I interpose myself, can I Sloth from Goonies? Can I just stand forward and have the bricks form over me to provide an exit out the front door.
All right, roll for let's see, that's
I'm stronger
athletics.
than you. Why would you do that?
Because I said it first.
I said so.
Give me an athletics check.
Well, this is where it should have been you. I'm going to guide myself. Even with guidance and athletics, 6.
That fails.
All right.
That did not work.
No, I did not.
So
Why
then
didn't you just ask him to do that?
Then it's
Because
Jake.
I did not want to sacrifice. Hello, would you please have bricks grow over your shoulders?
He's really strong though.
Well, on his turn, he may do that.
Acrobatics?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, sure.
If that's what you want to try.
That is a nat 1.
But I have a +6.
Can I roll to yell at the bricks?
You most certainly can
Make an intimidation check.
roll to yell at the bricks.
Oh, one must die.
Just in case I didn't say it and that I need to, that failed. Tarful.
Jesus.
9.
9.
That does not make
This
it
is
either.
not good.
Not sure. I feel my new rolling tile.
I know. All of them are
You guys did really good so far. This last one.
until we hit the front door. We all die.
Okay.
Oof. It is your turn.
Okay, so we've got closing in bricks and we're just trying to get through the bricks,
Yep.
right? Okay, well, I'm so not good at this. I'm gonna try diving through them. I don't really have anything I can do to stop
That
them.
would be dexterity.
That would be dex. All right.
Acrobatics, possibly?
Acrobatics,
Okay.
sure, yes.
Sure.
17?
That will make it.
You make your way out of the house.
Bye!
All right. As you guys are still in the room and it's slowly bricking up, maggots and gore start to pour from the walls into the room, and you can just you feel like it's going to fill the room up. You just don't know how long it's going to take. One more round. Let's have it.
Do it.
That's all I got.
I will give you this. Tracy can assist.
I can.
No, I will.
Anybody who wants to go through.
I will.
Because
Show
it's not
him
bricked
how
up.
to
You
do
can
it.
you can do what she did. You can try to do what she did,
No,
or
no.
she can assist you.
They are getting out. I'm making sure of it. I am going to burn my last spell, and I'm going to cast. The house is undead. Like the energy, the evilness around this house is.
It had every spectrum, but there is obviously.
I am
that.
going to. I need to buy time. So because it did not go off because of the evilness of that particular room, I instead am going to turn undead. Even if there is nothing undead in this room, I'm going to pull out my holy symbol and use my action to hopefully suffuse the magics, the bad magics that are around this room, just for a little bit to buy them more time.
Okay.
I ask that this boost could grant them advantage on certain rolls. As I'm trying
It
to.
will grant you all advantage.
All right, fine. Then yes,
Which I could have done anyway just by being awesome.
you could have.
Yes.
But you didn't.
But there's no such thing as
I
triple
did.
advantage. So.
I already had done it.
And I will remind some people that they do have a DM inspiration available.
I do.
Okay.
All right.
Just as a
Perfect.
reminder.
That is what I do.
All right. So that is your turn.
Yes.
Acrobatics. I'm gonna try and jump through.
Go at it. Roll
At advantage.
at advantage.
So it's a 6, right?
Another,
No, so
No,
roll
another
again.
D20.
Roll a
And
Oh,
take
so
your
that's
highest
9.
two.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll take the 9.
But are you adding in your bonus for acrobatics?
She's going to.
Yeah. So 9 plus 6.
15.
You
15.
just made it. Now you are outside the house. Tarful.
That is not my figure. Anyway.
We couldn't find
they
your
just
figure.
that's what they gave me.
It's
Sorry.
It was very hot.
Where is Zeb? Where
They
is Zeb?
gave Amy a cat, like an actual cat.
I'm an actual cat.
No,
I'm joking. I don't care.
I won't play anymore without my character.
I had a different figure too, and then he's on the floor somewhere.
Yeah.
Over there. He got thrown. He
Yeah.
got knocked off the table.
We will find that.
So we're at advantage?
We are
Yes.
at advantage.
I'm assuming 12 does not do it.
12 will not. 15's the number.
So what does inspiration do? Is it now an inspiration just an advantage though?
You can use it as a reroll, or I'm okay with that.
I'm going to use my inspiration
Yeah.
in a moment if I have. Well, actually, I don't know if I need to because I was 21.
Okay.
I granted
You can hold on to your. You don't have. You were
Yeah.
just using advantage, so
Yeah.
hold on to your DM inspiration. You make it
he's
through.
up.
And I'm going to reach through to grab the iron bridges here.
In between that,
Aww.
the room is now half full, up to your waist
Understood.
in maggots and gore.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. All right. So now you will get your chance, and you guys will be able to assist him. So it will be at advantage.
All right.
There's no quadruple advantage, but if you're able to get your hand out the door at least.
All right. Athletics.
Okay.
19.
That makes it. You are outside the house. Boom. Congratulations on making it outside of Death House.
That's good. Very good.
Run far away.
Now, let's move these out of the way. This, and one of these. And you will be... just there. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. Alright. Now let me get my new set of notes. You all stumble out of... Oh, let me check for time. Okay, good. You all stumble out of Durst Manor, every bit worse for wear, as you cannot unsee the horrors this house has unveiled. A moment of ease washes over you in knowing that you all escaped barely, but it counts. As you stand there looking back at the house, it begins to finally collapse in on itself. Screams of anger, terror, and sadness all erupt from the house. Now, this is out of character. This is a difficult one. There will be consequences and repercussions for your actions. You get one reaction. This is a quick time event where I will point at each one of you in turn based on your role. You have an instant to give me your reaction before I move to the next person. Are you ready?
Reaction 2?
The event that's going to happen.
Okay, gotcha. So
All
you're
right,
gonna tell us
and it will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you do not give me a reaction in those 5, I move to the next person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. If you do not give me your reaction, you forfeit your reaction. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Everybody give me a dex save. Who's there?
19.
19. Talia.
19.
Jade.
8.
Tarful.
15.
A black, viscous pseudopod protrusion erupts from the crumbling house as you all reflexively try to avoid whatever this is. Jade is grabbed by this black tendril and quickly begins to recoil itself into the now gaping maw of the house ahead of you. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
1.
I'm going to use my axe and chop the
3,
tendril.
5. 1.
Pull out my
2,
holy symbol and attempt
3,
to turn the pseudo
4.
Firing
1,
with my crossbow.
2, 3. Okay. Just you're firing from where you're at?
Yep.
Okay. Tarful. Give me an attack roll.
Where's my attack roll? 2. 22.
That hits. You are now grabbed by the tendril as well. Give me a dex save.
8.
That fails. You are also being pulled in.
No. Danger sense?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Doesn't matter.
Oh, wait, against. Oh, no, I can use my advantage on dex saving throws.
Okay. Advantage. Go ahead.
That's not much better. 11.
You're still grabbed. All right. That's Tarful. All right. Now, let's see. Jade was grabbed, so that was Luther, Tarful. Talia. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, I fired with
Luther,
my-
what you do? Sorry, Luther, you did what
I
again?
pull out my holy symbol
Okay.
and entreat our Raven Queen to intercede on our behalf.
Doing what?
Not. I am out of spells. So this is just a
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
You could try to grab her or hold on to or anything or pull back.
Oh yes, of course. Then yes, then I would have done that.
Okay.
I would
So
have-
you're gonna grab her.
grab
Okay.
her.
All right. Okay. And you could have done the same thing too as
Oh,
well.
just grabbed her? Okay.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
I'm not trying to tell you guys what
I
to
did
do,
not
but
hit with my crossbow because it would have been a 10 to hit, which I
Okay.
doubt
Okay.
hits.
Okay. So
So,
you miss,
yeah.
but you went for the attack. All right. A tendril shoots out towards you as well. Give me a dex save because you attacked it.
Yep. That's a 16.
Okay. That fails.
Oh, this is going great, guys.
Okay, so you are grabbed, you are grabbed, you are grabbed, you're holding on.
Yes.
Okay. Are you gonna let go? 1, 2,
No.
3. Okay.
He's like,
No, this is my.
You're being dragged in. Do you let go?
Absolutely not. We face it.
You are at the stair step. Do you let go?
No.
Right before you're pulled in, do you let go?
No.
Okay. All right. I need.
No, I dig down.
I need everybody to leave the room except for Billy.
oh crap. I'm gonna refill.
I will call you back in each one at a time.
To roll all of our d6s?
Yes.
Please start thinking of whatever class you would like to come back as.
Well, not wizard.
Do you want to switch over the camera to, so it's you and I, so the map.
Oh yeah, just so we don't need the map. Okay, yeah. It's you and me.
Hey buddy.
How you feeling?
Not great.
Darkness surrounds you at first, and then in an instant you find yourself on a massive battlefield. You are lying in the mud, unable to move your legs. Whatever battle this was has now clearly extended itself. You can hear the injured crying out for help all around you, but too far to see them clearly. Looking around, you try to claw at the mud to move toward the cries for help. This mud is somehow different feeling. It is stickier than expected. To your horror, you realize that the vast amount of bloodshed is what has caused the battlefield to turn. You feel your gore rising. The day is nearly spent as the shrouded sun slowly dips towards the far-off horizon. Against the backdrop of the grisly sunset, you see a figure moving from screaming body to screaming body. In your debilitated state, the only thing you can tell for certain is that the screaming stops as it moves from one to the next. You with me?
I'm with you.
Would you like to do anything?
No. Looking up, I would rather face my death head on.
The figure does not acknowledge you and continues to move methodically across the battlefield, although now you are able to discern that his path is moving in your direction. Scream after scream ceases as the figure closes to within 50 feet, and you realize there are no more anguished souls that separate you. The figure turns towards you, pauses briefly, and tilting his head slightly, he is on you in an instant. Before you can even react to the sudden burst of speed, he speaks softly, almost sweetly. Today, you have done well. Your death was not in vain, and your life well lived. Take my hand, and together, we can move on.
I still serve the Raven Queen.
As far as you know, yes. Do you take his hand?
I am already taken.
The seemingly benign figure screams as a blazing sword of fire erupts from his chest, exploding his body to ashes. Standing before you is a hulking man dressed in gleaming metallic armor and black cloak with the hood shielding his face from view. It appears he has been in quite a brutal battle as you begin to take in his full countenance. The figure squats low and plunges his hand into your chest, and you feel your soul being pulled forth as your body drops face first, sinking ever so slightly into the stinking morass. However, he pauses for a second and realizes that you have no soul. This will not do. You have fallen before, and have been returned. I shall fix this now. A brilliant light erupts from his entire body as he summons forth your battered soul into his hands. You will have much pain from this when I return you, if you so choose, that is. Gently creating your soul in his hands, he continues, My precious child, I almost did not make it in time. That was no friend of you this day. It was to seal your soul and into torment for eternity. Trust none of what you see here, as this place is not what it seems. I have spent eons here on this plane trying to fight off those who would seek to claim souls for the dread plans. Today, I can do one of two things for you. I can send you on and reap your soul into my domain, or return you from whence you came. Both options carry a heavy cost. As I must warn you, neither are a simple endeavor. The cost, unfortunately, cannot be abated for these choices. If there were another way, I promise you this day, I would take it, as sure as you are here with me now. The cost for staying is your soul is mine to carry from this plane unto the next, where you will spend your eternity without end. If I return you, there will be a physical cost which I cannot say, as it is different to each person. Ultimately, I hope that like many before you, as you return, you will become a champion for me to combat the endless darkness that grips Barovia now. Choose quickly before my enemies can wrest you from my protection. No sooner have the words planted themselves in your mind, howls and roars from all sides erupt as the light of day finally falls to the night. The sounds of thunderous pounding like a tidal wave of unknowable things are frantically charging towards you. Choose now! Before they are upon us, we are out of time. It took me too long to get to you before nightfall. Make the call. What is your destiny to be? Mortality or eternity?
So when he offers this to me, he's essentially saying one of two things.
Yeah.
I cannot come back from wherever this dreamscape is and live on.
He will reap your soul. He will take your soul with him to his domain.
All right.
And he will let you will live on. You'll live on as your soul, but you won't be immortal.
I will have eternity.
Or you can go back to your body where it was before.
Where it was.
And live.
And live, but assist my friends. These. What's of their souls? What's of them?
They will have their own choice to make. But if you do not choose now, I cannot help you.
I fight the good fight. There are other souls, Walter, the children, that need the hand of mine own. I go back and
choose mortality.
I do the work that must be done.
All right. Choosing mortality brings you back just before you return. You hear, do not squander the opportunity I have given you, and you will continue to be rewarded. You will return to your fellow companions moments after your death amid the silence of the night. You are standing there alone. Hopefully they will join you. I need you to go out and send him to the next person.
Who is the next person?
You choose.
Do I know the price that was paid?
Not yet. You will all learn the price together. And don't talk about it! Darkness surrounds you at first. Then in an instant you find yourself on a massive battlefield. You are lying in the mud, unable to move your legs. Whatever battle this was has now clearly expended itself. You can hear the injured crying out for help all around you, but too far to see them clearly. Looking around, you try to claw at the mud to move toward the cries for help. The mud is somehow different feeling. It is stickier than expected. To your horror, you realize that the vast amount of bloodshed is what has caused the battlefield to turn, and you feel your gorge rising. The day is nearly spent.
Not me. Blood does not offend.
The day is nearly spent as the shrouded sun slowly dips toward the far-off horizon. Against the backdrop of this grisly sunset, you see a figure moving from screaming body to screaming body. In your debilitated state, hold on. In your debilitated state, the only thing you can tell for certain is that the scream stops as it moves from one to the next. The figure does not acknowledge you and continues to move methodically across the battlefield, although now you're able to discern that his path is moving in your direction. Scream after scream ceases as the figures close to within 50 feet, and you realize there are no more anguished souls that separate you. The figure turns towards you, pauses briefly, and tilting his head slightly, he is upon you in an instant. Before you can even react to the sudden burst of speed, he speaks softly, almost sweetly. Today you have done well. Your death was not in vain, and your life well lived. Take my hand, and together we can move on. Do you take his hand? What would you like to do?
I go into rage.
Okay. And do what?
I grab him and try to.
You cannot move. Well, you can move your hands. You grab him.
Oh, and apparently Knight Rider shows up.
1 second.
Thank you, Mother Knight.
Hello, Wolf. Yes, Wolf. How can I help you? Executive producer? No.
This brief interruption will be brought to you by the letter M and the number 3.
That will be next. Yes. No problem. Thank you, Executive Producer Wolf. Thank you, Executive Producer Wolf. Bye. All right, you wanted to make sure that you're getting the best options. Okay. As soon as you grab him, the seemingly benign figure screams as a blazing sword of fire erupts from his chest, exploding his body to ashes. Standing there before you, a hulking man dressed in gleaming metallic armor and black cloak, with the hood shielding his face from view. It appears that he has been in quite a brutal battle as you begin to take in his full countenance. The figure squats low and plunges his hand into your chest, and you feel your soul being pulled forth as your body drops face first, sinking ever so slightly into the stinking morass. Gently cradling your soul in his hands, he continues, "My precious child, I almost did not make it in time. There was no friend of you this day. It was to steal your soul and into torment for eternity. Trust none you see here, as this place is not what it seems. I have spent eons on this plane trying to fight off those that would seek to claim souls for their dread plans. Today, I can do one of two things for you. I can send you on and reap your soul into my domain, or return you from whence you came. Both options carry a heavy cost, as I must warn you, neither are a simple endeavor. The cost, unfortunately, cannot be abated for these choices. If there were another way, I promise you this day I would take it as sure as you are here with me now. The cost for staying is your soul is mine to carry from this plane unto the next, where you will spend your eternity without end. If I return you, there will be a physical cost which I cannot say, as it is different to each person. Ultimately, I hope that like many before you, as you return, you will become a champion for me, to combat the endless darkness that grips Barovia now. Choose quickly before my enemy can wrest you from my protection." No sooner have the words planted themselves in your mind Howls and roars from all sides erupt as the light of day finally falls to the night. The sounds of thunderous pounding like a tidal wave of unknowable things are frantically charging towards you. Choose now, before they are upon us. We are out of time. It took me too long to get here before nightfall. Make the call. What is your destiny to be? Mortality or eternity?
Mortality, and tell me who you are.
I am Lathander.
That's it.
Yep. Would you like to change your class to a cleric or a paladin?
Paladin.
Okay. You are now going to be a level 3 paladin. And your deity will, if you choose, or you could stay as a barbarian. It's your choice.
Oh, it's a choice?
Yeah. Cleric, paladin, or stay as the class you are now.
Jeez Louise.
You will advance as a paladin. You will receive level 1, 2, and then you'll become level 3 paladin. You'll advance as you would have before, with all the same advancements as you did now.
Jeez Louise. I can stay as a barbarian?
You can stay as a barbarian.
And I have to choose right now?
You can look at paladin and,
Let me just take a
tell
real
me
quick-
when you come back.
Yeah,
Tell me when you come back.
take-
Send the next person in, and then we'll
that'd
go
be
from
great.
there.
That's I'm not. Yeah, I'm not asking for all night. I'm asking.
No. That's by all means. That's a good thing.
I'm assuming say nothing.
Yes, please don't. Zealot Barbar. Broden. A palabro. I know he had the call. That was hilarious. I couldn't answer. He's my executive producer. I have to answer.
Remember, we're married.
I know. I so enjoyed killing you, by the way. Okay. Darkness surrounds you at first, and then in an instant, you find yourself on a massive battlefield. You are lying in the mud, unable to move your legs. Whatever battle this was has now clearly extended itself. You can hear the injured calling or crying out for help all around you, but too far to see them clearly. Looking around, you try to claw at the mud to move forward toward the cries for help. The mud is somehow different feeling. It is stickier than expected. To your horror, you realize that the vast amount of bloodshed is what has changed the mud. The day is nearly spent as the shrouded sun slowly dips toward the far-off horizon. Against the backdrop of this grisly sunset, you see a figure moving from screaming body to screaming body. In your debilitated state, the only thing you can tell for certain is that the screams stop as it moves from one to the next. The figure does not acknowledge you and continues to move methodically across the battlefield, although now you are able to discern that his path is moving in your direction. Scream after scream ceases as the figure closes to within 50 feet, and you realize there are no more anguished souls that separate you. The figure turns toward you, pauses briefly, and tilting his head slightly, is on you in an instant. Before you can even react to the sudden burst of speed, he speaks softly, almost sweetly. Today you have done well. Your death was not in vain, and your life well lived. Take my hand, and together we can move on. Do you take his hand? What do you do?
No, I don't take his hand.
Okay, then what do you do?
Well, I tell him no, get
Okay.
away, I'm not done.
You recoil your hand from him, and the seemingly benign figure screams as a blazing sword of fire erupts from his chest, exploding his body to ashes. Standing before you, a hulking man dressed in gleaming metallic armor and black cloak, with the hood shielding his face from view. It appears that he has been in a quite brutal battle as you begin to take in his full countenance. The figure squats low and plunges his hand into your chest, and you feel your soul pulled forth as your body drops face first, sinking ever so slightly into the stinking morass. Gently cradling your soul in his hands, he continues, "My precious child, I almost did not make it in time. That was no friend to you this day. It was to steal your soul and into torment for eternity. Trust none that you see here, as this place is not what it seems. I have spent eons here on this plane trying to fight off those that would seek to claim souls for their dread plans. Today I can do one of two things for you. I can send you on and reap your soul into my domain, or return you from whence you came. Both options carry a heavy cost, as I must warn you, neither are a simple endeavor. The cost unfortunately cannot be abated for these choices available. If you If it were another way, I promise you this day I would take it as sure as you are here with me now. The cost for staying is your soul is mine to carry from this plane unto the next, where you will spend your eternity with me without end. If I return you, there will be a physical cost which I cannot say is different to each person. Ultimately, I hope that you make, like many before you, as you return, you will become a champion for me to combat the endless darkness that grips Barovia now. Choose quickly before my enemies can wrest you from my protection. No sooner have the words planted themselves in your mind. Howls and roars from all sides erupts as the light of day finally falls to the night. The sounds of thunderous pounding like a tidal wave of unknowable things are frantically charging towards you. Choose now, before they are upon us. We are out of time. It took me too long to get here before nightfall. Make the call. What is your destiny to be? Mortality or eternity?
Mortality. I go back to my friends.
Okay, you choose mortality. Would you like to become a cleric or a paladin, or stay as the class you are now?
I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Ranger.
All right, you have chosen mortality, and you are choosing mortality brings you back. Just before you return, you hear, "Do not squander the opportunity I have given you, and you will continue to be rewarded. You are returned to your fellow companions moments after the death amid the silence of the night. You, Tarful, and Luthair are standing there." Okay? Send in Tracy. You get to be the last one I kill.
Yay. Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. That hasn't been suspenseful at all.
No.
Nope, I'm not even a little curious as to what's going on.
Oh, unfortunately, you've died.
Well, okay.
Okay. Darkness surrounds you at first, and then in an instant you find yourself on a massive battlefield. You are lying in the mud, unable to move your legs. Whatever battle that was is now clearly expended itself. You can hear the injured crying out for help all around you, but too far to see them clearly. Looking around, you try to claw at the mud to move toward the cries for help. The mud is somehow a different feeling. It is stickier than expected. To your horror, you realize the vast amount of bloodshed is what has caused this battlefield to turn. The day is nearly spent as the shrouded sun slowly dips toward the far-off horizon. Against the backdrop of the grisly sunset, you see a figure moving from screaming body to screaming body. In your debilitated state, the only thing you can tell for certain is that the scream stops as it moves from one to the next.
So I'm dead, and I can hear that pretty much everybody else is too.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay. The figure does not acknowledge you and continues to move methodically across this battlefield, although now you are able to discern that his path is moving in your direction. Scream after scream ceases as the figure closes to within 50 feet, and you realize there are no more anguished souls that separate you. The figure turns towards you, pauses briefly, and tilting his head slightly, is on you in an instant. Before you can even react to his sudden burst of speed, he speaks softly, almost sweetly. "Today you have done well. Your death was not in vain, and you live, and your life well lived. Take my hand, and together we can move on."
Okay. I take his hand.
As you reach out for his hand, the seemingly benign figure screams as a blazing sword of fire erupts from his chest, exploding his body to ashes. Standing before you, a hulking man dressed in gleaming metallic armor and black cloak with the hood shielding his face from view. It appears that he has been in quite a brutal battle as you begin to take in his full countenance. The figure squats low and plunges his hand into your chest, and you feel your soul pulled forth as your body drops face first, sinking ever so slightly into the stinking morass. Gently cradling your soul in his hands, he continues, "My precious child, I almost did not make it in time. That was no friend to you this day. It was to steal your soul and into torment for eternity. Trust none you see here, as this place is not what it seems. I spent eons here on this plane trying to fight off those that would seek to claim souls for their dread plans. Today I can do one of two things for you. I can send you on and reap your soul into my domain, or return you from whence you came. Both options carry a heavy cost, as I must warn you, neither are a simple endeavor. The cost, unfortunately, cannot be abated for the choices available. If there was another way, I promise you this day I would take it as you are here with me now. The cost for staying is your soul is mine to carry from this plane unto the next, where you will spend your eternity without end. If I return you, there will be a physical cost which I cannot say, as it is different to each person. Ultimately, I hope that, like many before you, as you return, you will become a champion for me to combat the endless darkness that grips Barovia now. Choose quickly before my enemies can wrest you from my protection. No sooner have the words planted themselves in your mind, howls and pounding like a tidal wave of unknowable things are frantically charging towards you. Choose now, before they are upon us. We are out of time. It took me too long to get here before nightfall. Make the call. What is your destiny to be? Mortality or eternity?
So, just to make sure that I'm clear on this is Death speaking? Or I don't know who's speaking to me?
You don't know.
Okay. Saying, like, I can stay here in whatever this place is, but my soul is his.
You can go with him to eternity, or he can return you. The choice is mortality, being returned to your life, or eternity. He reaps your soul and takes you with him.
So it's not like fun, happy heaven time. It's like your soul is his for all eternity. Wah ha 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 ha. Or you can go back and like cool.
No, there's a cost for both.
But I don't know what the cost will be.
Right. You can choose to pass on.
Yeah.
You can choose to die, or you can choose to live.
Okay. And there will be some sort of cost, but I don't know what that cost is. I'm agreeing to this unspoken cost.
Right.
I'm going to say, what's the cost if I go back?
As I told you, it was different for each person, so I cannot tell you. Not that I don't want to, I just don't know what it is. But you must choose now. We have seconds. One.
I guess I'll go back.
2. Okay. You choose life. Mortality. Okay. Would you like to be a cleric or a paladin? Or stay as your same class?
Ooh. I think I could probably hit harder as a cleric.
It's your choice.
Bring on cleric.
Okay. You be cleric. And you'll be a level 3 cleric.
Okay.
If you could bring Billy back in.
Okay. Do I stay or
Nope.
I go?
Just stay and just bring Billy back in.
Okay.
He's the last one. He's the final one.
Billy? I guess I need to start looking at stats right now. Spells right now.
Actually, you know what? Go ahead and bring everybody. Hey, Billy, tell everybody to go ahead and come on back in. All of you. Everybody.
Just me, right?
No, everybody.
Just
everybody.
me?
No,
Right.
everybody.
Come on in, guys.
Real quick. Billy, do you want to remain a cleric or do you want to be a paladin?
Is this a question?
Yeah.
Ooh. No, I will stay a cleric.
Stay a cleric? Okay. All right, Tarful. Cleric, paladin, or barbarian?
I know what he's gonna say.
I know what I'd like. I know what I would really like.
I'm gonna become a paladin.
Oh yes! Woo! I love it.
Oh god.
Oh, so favorite, so favorite. Oh, you're my favorite person. Yes.
I'm gonna become a paladin.
Okay, so we have Amy, or I'm sorry, Jade is staying as a ranger. Tracy has chosen a cleric. I will get with you on your classes. Billy,
I
you
forgot
are
you were a cleric.
You are remaining a cleric,
But
and
you
our
could choose
paladin.
Cleric, or this or
Okay, so
I thought I could hit harder and heal more because we need that.
there's nothing wrong. Absolutely, listen. Your guys' choices are your choices. My honest to God truth was that I hoped you all chose paladin.
Sorry.
That would have been amazing. Okay, all right. So let's talk about
Should I
you
go back?
guys.
Ask him?
No.
What do you want to ask me?
Nothing.
All right. All right.
Oh, God,
As
I gotta look at armor and stuff now again.
That's okay. It's all right. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We're good. All right. This will all
Oh,
be
it
good.
doesn't change any of my stats, though.
You'll get to rearrange them.
Okay.
Yes. So once we do the leveling things, you'll be able to
Okay.
rearrange it. We'll take a quick break after this and do some class stuff.
resorting.
Okay.
You got it.
If everybody else is okay with that, if not, I'll just push them through. All right. So that brings us to your choices, and let's talk about what you see. All of you are now standing back at, or you're all actually not standing. You're all back at where you left on in front of the house. But I'll go over each one of you as it occurs. What the rest of you see as you look at, or actually, Billy, you were the first one to get back. So let me just do you, and then your appearance has changed. Where there is wood on your body, it is completely white. Where there is metal on your body, it's silver. You have no dings, no scratches, no blemishes on your entire body. Everything is as fresh as the day you were born. You are completely renewed. Okay? Except for on your chest. On your chest is an emblazoned gold symbol. And it looks like...
Please be the Witcher symbol.
It looks like this. Okay, here we go. Oh, scrolling.
We're scrolling.
Okay, it looks like that symbol. Can you see that?
Yes.
I'll send it to you, and it's gold.
Please.
Okay?
Thank you.
Now, what you see as you turn to look back at your fellow companions that you now see on the ground beside you, each one of them is huddled into what looks like a fetal position.
Yes.
Who would you like to wake first?
I will, no, I would just talk to them.
Okay. Okay, let me tell you what you see. You see Talia laying on the ground in a fetal position.
Alright. Do any of them look hurt?
None of them have clothes on. You see Tarful on the ground.
What? Right.
You're curdled, like in a fetal position. You're tightly balled in a fetal position.
Sure.
He's tightly balled in a fetal position.
Yes.
And you go to wake him, and as he stands, a shimmering light of white and silver passes down over his body. His form changes, and what you see, he is a white lionkin with tones of silver in his mane, which is fuller than before. Your scars and his scars and fur disfigurements are gone. He is a pristine figure. And you stand up, he wakes you up, and you stand up. As he stands up, this white has also replaced all of his belongings. Your armor is now that of a paladin's armor. You are wearing the plate mail that you would expect to be wearing.
I'm not wearing any armor.
Well, you had what?
I wasn't wearing any armor.
Well, I mean, as a paladin, you now sense that there's a difference. You feel like comfortable in your new outfit.
I wasn't wearing armor before. I
Oh,
was
you
suddenly
weren't-
wearing. So I was suddenly wearing armor.
You're suddenly wearing armor.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes, you now have your armor. Okay.
Would you say plate?
Yes. You're welcome. It is white plate.
Ooh, pretty.
Solid white plate.
So much too lean.
On your chest is that same emblazoned gold emblem that you can see on.
What does it look like?
It looks like. Oh,
Like,
sorry.
there was like a circle, kind of like this kind of thing.
Like that. Like that.
Oh.
And that is emblazoned on your chest.
Okay.
Chest plate of the plate. And And who do you want to? What you see left is now Talia and a wolf.
A wolf.
Well, keep in mind, apparently it's naked Talia, so.
Is
Well,
that
all right.
any, is that
Hold
any
on, she's
clothing-
curled up.
Is that any clothing or bits of
As
drapery?
as you try to wake her, as she stands up, the same shimmering light washes across her, and she is now armored. Okay.
All right.
The armor is also white. Her skin, it looks fresh. And if you were to touch your skin, it now feels baby soft. Yeah, it's all the best. There is a silver white streak on the side of your hair.
You can call me Rogue.
What's your regular hair
Right.
color? Are you
Oh, it's brown.
brown? And
Yeah.
up against the brown, there's this one silvery white streak.
A
Okay.
wolf has posted in the habitat the symbol.
Oh, good. All right. And you're a paladin now.
No, Claire.
No, Claire. I mean, I wanted you to be a paladin, but you're a cleric.
I can't be if you really
No.
want me to
I'm just
be.
kidding. I'm kidding. You could be whatever you want. You didn't even have to.
Flexible.
You don't have to be a paladin. I mean,
Wow. I feel
Okay.
like.
Okay, so you go to touch the dog, or
I will wake up the wolf.
it's a silver, like gray, looks kind of like a dire wolf. Amy, why must I always have to? Because there's so many things here. Okay, all right. Let's see. All right, here we go. Okay. As you rise, shimmering light washes over you. The party stares at you as you cry out and rejoice to be alive. They only hear your barks and whimpers. You realize they are way taller than they should be, and you struggle to stand since you must be kneeling. The same voice you heard before speaks. Arise, young one. There is much to be accomplished. And you revert instantly to your tabaxi form. What they see as you shift from your wolf form to your tabaxi form.
She's a werewolf tabaxi?
No. You are
fate worse than death.
But now she's a white Persian kitty cat with like a pink bow.
You are now a green-eyed, solid white tabaxi with singular silver-colored streak running down from the top of your head to your nose. Your armor has been restored. It is now white, and you have that same symbol that you see on the others' chests. Okay. Let's take a break now so that I can get these guys sorted with their characters. What do I do? Intermission?
Go to intermission.
Okay.
Go to intermission, and then it'll go to the intermission screen. We'll hang out there for a little bit, gang, but we'll be right back.
Okay. It won't be that long. It's just I gotta settle these guys down because this is a lot to go over real quick. All right, 1 second. So that's how I killed everybody. It was pretty fun.
That was great.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
great. It was definitely surprising.
I got my TPK. Woo woo! Yeah. 1 me, 0 you.
So
Yes, sir.
Again, I don't have.
And
any,
welcome back, all.
Do I have? Do I have any weapons right now?
We'll get to that.
Okay, great. So I'll start rewriting.
Yeah. Okay.
I need new paper.
Well, you're still a ranger. You didn't change nothing
For the
changed
rest
for you.
of the night, I'm picking up, if we keep our proficiencies and skills for the rest of the night, we're not going to be getting into any sort of other combat tonight.
There should not be any additional combat unless you guys really screw the pooch.
Sure.
Well,
yes.
there's some things are gonna. I mean, some of my skills change around.
Yeah,
some of my,
that's true.
Oh
Because
gosh, I'm no longer familiar.
Nope.
Because my.
All right. And we will continue back. The vile taste of the manor, still fresh at the back of your throats, you try to choke back the thought of your current predicament. You pause to take in the environment, not knowing where you are or what is next in store for you. You hear the sounds of a slow clap.
We turn back in the loop.
You don't see anything. Would you like to do some perception checks?
Yes, please. Let's just see if we can find this one.
Perception, investigation.
23.
Okay. You don't see anything, so you feel like the sound has to be in your head.
Yeah.
I smell. I have advantage. What is perception?
Yep.
21.
So, if you can't smell anything, there must be nothing there. So it seems it must be in your head.
Yep, got it.
No, I can't get higher than 23. So.
Yeah, but you want to know what's going on. They haven't told you anything.
18.
You might be able to guess.
Whoa, gee, my Christmas. 22.
You also feel that this
In my
must be
head.
in your head. Tell you.
What is it? It's a what?
Zombies.
Investigation
What?
or perception?
Investigation. 13.
You don't know where it's coming from. Anything else?
Change your background.
So, do we see the remnants of the mansion in front of us?
Yes. As you are looking around, congratulations. You have been most entertaining. I cannot recall the last time I witnessed such heroics and such bravado in the face of so much despair. I am Strahd von Zerovit, your host in these lands for as long as you remain. I do not blame the Vistani for bringing you. However, sometimes they try too hard. I digress. Here, accept this truly generous gift. A large tent and banquet of food appears to your right. Stay the night, enjoy the food, rest, and enjoy your travel legs, and get your travel legs under you. And it seems you all have much to discuss. I assure your safety in this spot until at least the following morning, which point you should begin your journey towards town. Follow the road west, but do not stray far from the road, as I cannot guarantee your safety once off the road. I will contact you again when the time is right. Until then, travel well, and may Barovia open up to you and welcome you as I have. With the final phrase, the silence returned, and the torches by the tent flashed brighter for an instant.
Do we recognize the voice as the person that we ran into inside the house? Or like that we heard their voice throughout the house?
Okay, so do you recall hearing him speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same voice?
On that white, remember that white plane we were on?
Give me perception. Yeah, it would be your perception. What did you get?
6.
6. It sounded familiar.
14?
It sounded very familiar.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
16.
It sounded exactly like who you saw before.
Who did we see before?
Strahd Windsor.
Remember the guy in the white plane?
In the white when you were in the second floor, the first floor of the basement, and you fought the lady, Miss Durst. As soon as you killed him, the room changed to white and expanded out in all directions.
That was the part
and he
Ken
walked
played.
towards
Yeah,
you.
gotcha. Yeah, I can just make it. That's what I was. That's making sure that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, an important question for everyone: do we eat this food?
I ate the last time and it didn't. It was just dead food. So, I'm gonna smell this food, see if it smells different than the food that was in the house. What would that be? Perception or what?
Yes.
So it's 18.
Smells delicious.
As compared to the stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, far and above. Not even comparable. Meats, fruits, cheeses, breads.
It smells all. It
But
smells
then we
different.
haven't actually eaten.
You guys would be starving.
And we haven't eaten in days.
Mine are rations. Mine are what you pulled from the house is flavorless.
Yeah.
I do not eat fruit, so. But please enjoy.
It's up to you. I'm
I'd
not
say-
forcing you to do anything.
Maybe like tentatively, like try a grape or something. And
Tastes delicious.
I'm gonna grab a haunch of venison and
Yeah.
start shooting.
If the cat, if she didn't die, I'm gonna eat.
Phenomenal. It is delicious. It sates your palate. The juices flow off of it. It's the best you've had.
Well, I'm gonna.
You all do you all?
Do we have like packs or anything? I might try and take some of my.
Are you
pack.
eating anything?
I'll eat, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Everybody eats, and it is, or everybody who wants to eat eats, and it's delicious, and it's.
I'm just
filling.
asking. So all our inventory, including all that stuff we grabbed at the house, is that gone now?
Just the stuff that you grabbed in. Yes, just the stuff you grabbed in the house. All of your original belongings.
I know those were long gone though.
No, you have those back.
Oh shit.
The magical items, the trinkets in
Yes,
that room,
the
13.
gold you had.
Gone?
No, you have
So
that.
like the traveling clothes, the hunting trap, the mess kits, we have all that back.
Mm-hmm.
This is to account for. Well, this is to account for if people change class. Sometimes your starting equipment changes, so this would account for that as well. This would account for like when you go through this, like when you become a paladin, your starting equipment changes. And I think he gave you plate, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
he gave you, which is like 1,500 gold.
Yes.
Like to buy plate.
No, I know. I'm just. In the course of going through here, we found stuff.
Yes.
Is
All that stuff's gone.
All that stuff is gone. It
So
died with
including
your
the
bodies.
including the wand with the lizard on it.
Yes.
Okay.
The gold ring.
Yes.
What was the gold ring?
None of that stuff was worth
anything. Okay.
Ah.
All of it was useless
Oh,
trinkets.
useless.
These were terrible cultists. They
Yes,
were
of
like the
course.
worst cultists ever.
These were bargain bin.
They got lucky.
cultists.
They got lucky
one time
and created
The-
Walter's.
that demonic.
Yes,
gold, yes,
Walter's
all
beast.
right.
That's it. They got lucky one time.
All right.
And because it was so vile that she killed her own child. Well, not her
No,
child.
not
but,
her child.
Yeah, but
An
killed that
innocent
child.
child.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
So basically, so my musical instruments back. My
Yeah. I have my flute.
Oh my God, I totally forgot that you made him to. He has a musical instrument.
Yeah. All of your original starting equipment that you had, plus what you got gold wise, from being offered to go out there and deal with the Vistani.
Wasn't that 70?
You have those packs and those potions
I think
as
I
well.
have 60.
I don't remember the
Each
potions.
I think it was like 60 gold each and a
70.
70 gold each and a.
Oh no, it was 60, but I already
right,
had 10.
you had 10.
Yeah.
So you have all that original. We'll go back over
Plus,
this.
there was a greater healing.
Yes.
Combustion vial.
All right.
Okay. So you all have a good night, an unmolested night. You
That's
sleep
always
well.
nice.
You sleep well. No nightmares, although it does weigh heavy on your soul. You feel renewed, refreshed, like a new person.
What color am I now?
White. You're a white lionkin with hints of silver in your mane.
Okay.
I didn't know if you had any tattoos, but if you did, they're gone. I don't know if you had any scars, but if you did, they're gone as
I
well.
have some scars.
Yeah.
You
they're
are
all-
like a
they're all-
silver fox, but bigger.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, cure light wounds potion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cloak of protection +1 to AC plus saving throws.
Nope, that's gone.
Huh?
That's gone.
Okay, but the cure light wounds potion is still
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm. You got those in your packs from the original quest offering.
You said when I woke up I had armor on.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a default armor.
I
are we
believe
talking
it's
about?
chain.
She can have medium, but
Yeah, I believe you
So-
have half plate.
it's half plate. But it's not magical. It's
No.
just regular half plate.
Half plate.
But I still have my
And you
race attributes, correct?
Yes. Two hand or one hand? Sword and board or two hander?
Oh, no. Yeah, actually two hand. Let's go for it. I've got martial weapons and simple weapons, so yeah.
Oh wait.
Do you want to fight
cleric.
with a big thing with two hands,
I
or do
keep
you want to
forgetting
fight?
your cleric.
Oh.
So mace
Oh,
and
yeah,
mace and
that's
shield.
right. Yeah, because I've got a cast, so I
Yeah.
can't even have a shield.
Yeah.
Because I have to be able to
I
have
have
a hand
chosen
free.
not to wield a martial weapon, but instead cast and hold the shield.
Yeah.
So this is also an option
Oh.
for you as well. If you would like to hold the shield in one and cast with the other, then it will up your AC.
Yeah, that's smart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so waking the following morning, you prepare for the open road. Stepping from the tent, you pause for a moment, taking in the scene. Behind you, Death House sits silently, with its demolished heap staring at you as if any second it will jump to life and swallow you all whole.
No, let's say that again.
You're staring at the demolished heap
Oh, gotcha.
as if any second it will jump to life and swallow you all whole. Feeling despair hang thick in the air around you like a blanket slowly being pulled over you like an envelope. Sorry. Sorry. Feeling the despair that hangs thick in the air around you like a blanket slowly being pulled over you to envelop you forever. A moment of clarity allows you to break the downward spiral and immediately burst back to your senses. The night finally gives way to the day, but as before, the light is dulled and scattered by an all-encompassing fog. Black pools of water stand like dark mirrors around the muddy roadway. Giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist. You begin your trudge along the road toward whatever lies beyond. How would you like to progress as you are in Barovia?
Ooh.
Map time! Map time! Okay.
Now, I'm not trying, but this doesn't change my background or anything like that,
Nope.
right? Okay.
Okay. You are all right here.
Double check, make sure that's right. Dex, shield.
You went on half plate. Does half plate allow
Half-plate.
you to add your dex to it?
It did automatically.
Oh, alright. Very nice. Me too.
Yeah. According to DDB, yes.
Okay. How are you guys traveling down this road?
We will...
Marching order or side by side, single file,
Sure.
all in one line, holding hands, off to see the wizard?
We will, I will take, I will, like, be in the middle, if possible, and then,
On my feet.
Can we follow the directions laid out for us?
Yes.
Stay on the road.
Stay
and
on the
head
road, and you'll head. He's telling you to go to this town, this village of Barovia.
west. Oops. Then yes, I will head that way.
Okay. Who wants to be first?
I think I'll stay kind of like in line, but maybe like one step, like half a step behind.
I'll take the
I'm feeling super strong now, so I'm good with lead. I'm good right behind him. Like, I am feeling...
Carful, where do you want
And
to
I
be?
was saying like
Great.
off into like the grass, like the
I'm
edge of
confused
the
right
walkway.
now. I'll be in the
Marching order.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still confused.
Okay.
Man. I'll be in the. For now, I'm like not taking. The
Fall
lead.
up the rear? Okay.
I'm taking the lead because I do not know what the hell is going on.
You feel out of sorts.
I feel very out of sorts, which is done very.
Tarful is having a hard time grasping what has occurred, which is not far from the truth. Okay, all right. You're traveling down the road. I'd say it's been about an hour. Everything's okay. It's still gloomy. This place is still frightening to you. Your situation is still a little upsetting. You guys still feel a little out of sorts. Let me get some perception checks from everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a nat 1.
Oof. What do I add to this? Or nothing?
Perception. If you look on your skills, towards the bottom where the P's are.
Oh yeah, 9.
Okay.
I got a 6 on vision, but I got an 18 on smell.
Okay. All right. So you smell something you haven't smelled before on the air. What would you like to do with that information?
Say that again.
You smell something odd in the air.
Could you be?
Nope. Something you haven't smelled before.
There's something that's something unusual in the air.
Do you tell everybody to
Yeah,
stop, or do you
stop.
guys continue?
Stop.
Or?
Hold, please.
Okay. All right.
Hold for show.
All right. So no sooner than you feel something strange in the air, hunched figures lurch through the mist, their gaunt bodies covered in needles. They do not appear to notice you and are currently 70 feet away from you.
I would imagine we would hold still and let them pass and see if they pass. They're going like across the road, yes.
They're moving along the edge of the tree line.
Edge of the tree line.
Or are they coming
And that's
towards
about
us, away
70
from
feet
us?
away. They just lurched out, like they just came out of the mist at the trees, and they're like kind of like walking, not necessarily towards you.
We will hold form and see if they
See what direction they walk. Okay. So. South. Okay. So they were on the south side of the road, and I'm gonna go percentile. High or low?
High.
Okay. They were on the south side of the road. They continue to hug the south side of the tree line.
Right. Away from us.
Parallel.
Parallel to us. All right.
Still 70 feet away. Do you do anything else?
No.
Continue to observe them? Try to
Yes.
move?
No, I would, if they are parallel to us, no, I would just observe.
High or low?
Low.
Okay. They continue along the tree line. They are now about 180 feet away from you. What would you like to do?
Slowly continue our journey.
Okay.
Keeping them in sight.
All right, continuing along the road. It's been about 5 hours or so, give or take. The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their head now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. This is what they see, and that is a rider to give you scale of how large.
Yeah.
Amy has one for you guys to see at the tables. I have this for the at-home players.
Wow.
All right, so it's quite large.
Sure, yes.
I'll leave that up. As you approach the massive iron gates, you see they are slightly parted. As you get closer, you hear the ominous sounds of howling wolves off in the tree line behind you. Perception checks.
15.
Okay.
17.
9.
Okay. 17?
15.
15, 17. 15, 17. 15, you see off in the distance along the tree line, dark eyes peering back from the trees as a larger than normal wolf steps into the clearing along the road, emitting a not so subtle growl. You see that as well. You guys are struggling to see what they're talking about. Okay.
There's a wolf, very large, just made their way in front of to where we are.
And you pointed out to them. Now you guys see the wolf. What would you like to do?
I will bow to it and try to sort of not frighten it away, but just try to appease it as if this is some sort of guardian or something.
All right. Do you continue on?
It's blocking the way.
No, it's behind you.
It's behind.
So
perfect.
you're moving up to you're up close to the gate, and you hear in the distance
like this
the
giant
wolves,
wolf,
and then you see one step out from behind.
I say we just cut through the gate.
I will maintain eye contact
and back.
and say, why don't all of you start backing towards the entrance, and I will follow suit, but maintain eye contact. Just to see if this thing is going to.
Okay. You make it through the gate. Did you walk through the gate as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. You see that the wolves are now coming out of the trees, and they continue to howl, and it sounds like more and more of them are coming out of the woodwork, so to speak.
Is that large one still walking with us?
Yes. No, walking towards you. It's like the lead one, and
Right.
now 4, 10, 5 come out of the woods.
Good.
And they're walking towards the gate with the one setting at the front.
Yes, alright.
The gates are still open.
We are going to walk.
Can we pull the gate closed?
Absolutely, we may do this. On the count of 3, I would like to close the gate as soon as we are.
Give me strength checks.
I will
all
ask
of you.
Harful to do this.
One for each side. One for each gate.
I will take one on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. This is strength, athletics.
Strength.
Good. 21.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Was that a nat?
No.
Okay. The gate does not budge. You struggle with the gates. Proves futile. What do you do?
I pull out my can of WD-40.
Do you prepare to fight? Run?
I do.
Do I have any weapons?
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You will be able to defend yourself if you have to fight.
The wolf has gotten closer during this time.
They are moving from out of the wood.
There's multiple.
Yes.
How many of them are there?
A lot.
2, 5, 9. They just start walking out of the
geez.
woods.
We
It's
need
the
to open
one
the
in
door
front
then.
of you.
I am going to. They have not made an aggressive move.
Other than walking towards you and
walking
growling.
and growling.
I am going to open my flippin' mouth and let loose with my mighty roar.
Mighty roar it is!
They have to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. DC 10 plus 3, so
18 on the die.
then they beat that.
Okay. As you prepare for the imminent battle, you watch 2, 5, 9, 13 of the largest slathering wolves you've ever seen step from the tree line. The pack parts as the alpha moves forward into the clearing. The alpha sits on his haunches and smiles. The pack let loose a chilling chorus of howls, and with a piercing screech of abused iron, the gates slam shut, scattering ravens from the trees before you.
So we're
Which side are we on?
The
You're
inside.
on the opposite side of the wolves.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Well, are we now caged?
No. We are. there's the wolves, the gate, and us.
Yes. Did the wolves want you then?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Are we now captives?
No. Mike is
No,
not.
clearly
that
not.
evil.
That
No.
could never
Oh my
be the
gosh,
case.
this is the gingerbread candy house. Got it.
Welcome to Barovia.
Thank you. We are very happy to be here.
Towering trees whose tops are lost in heavy green mist block out all but death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. You have passed the gate and are now in Barovia proper. The gate has closed behind you. Would you like to try and open it?
No.
Sure. Okay.
Hold on one second.
It's on the other side. It's like 14 wolves.
I mean, you have options.
I do. There are always options.
Always.
I choose the option of walking
I
away
choose
from
walking
it.
away. Choose wisely. Okay. What you looking for, Tarful?
Oh no, I'm just figuring.
Oh, so no problem.
Things
Okay,
are being rejiggered, so I'm
Take,
trying to.
take your time, no problem. All right. And how would you guys like to proceed along the road? Would you continue the same order? You want Tarful? You
Sure,
want to Tarful at the end? How do you want to go?
I will. Let us keep the same order.
Okay,
and
so
keep
it will be
Tarful at the very end.
you, Talia,
Talia, Jade,
and then Tarful. Okay. We'll maintain that order throughout the rest of your evening. All right. Let me get some more perception checks.
Sure.
Eight.
9.
13.
20, maybe 22.
Okay.
As things are being rejiggered.
Yeah, you catch the scent of death in the air. And as a matter of fact, you can almost see where it's coming from. It's just off the road ahead to the right. I would say maybe about 15 feet.
Say it again.
You catch the scent of death in the
Okay,
air.
gotcha.
And because you rolled high,
Similar to the death we felt, which was ancient death, or is this fresh death?
this is fresher.
Smells like home.
Fresher.
Is this
like
plain fresh death?
like
Is this
yeah,
Axe
this is
body spray
this is
death?
Axe body spray death.
Nummy.
So it smells like it does smell like death, but fresher, not ancient or
Not like
or-
the house smell.
Definitely not like the house smell. And you say it's maybe about 15 feet away from you, off the road.
Oh my god.
Do you want to follow it? Direct them to it?
I smell death ahead. Something's died recently. Up there.
We will go in the direction that.
Okay. He told you it's about 15 feet off the road.
Oh no. Well, this. I'm. There is no helping them.
Oh, they're dead. Move on.
that's
Nothing to
not
see here.
They're
No,
probably
no.
dead.
No, we will.
Bring out your dead.
We will take the bait that the DM is dangling in front of us and go.
You listen. You can most certainly walk past this.
No. I will go and examine, see what I can find.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Choice number one.
No, you've already given me a choice to that.
The foul scent leads to a human corpse half buried in the underbrush about 15 feet from the road. The young man appears to be a commoner. His muddy clothes are torn and raked with claw marks. Crows have been at the body, which is surrounded by paw prints. The man has obviously been dead for several days. He holds a crumpled letter in one hand. The letter in his hand has a large B set in the wax seal. The parchment is worn and flimsy.
Does he carry anything else upon him other than the letter? I will take the letter.
Okay.
Can you
What
read
does
it?
it say?
Oh, you're going to open it and read it?
Absolutely.
You're going to break the seal.
I will break the seal.
You break the seal?
I do.
How many times you break the seal?
I will take a constitution save.
The letter reads as follows. Hail thee of might and valor. I, Burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. If you are reading this post, then we have succeeded. Do not enter past these gates, as the land is cursed, and all who enter will surely die. As long as you do not pass the gate into the land, it is possible, albeit improbable, to escape this forsaken land. Good journey and Godspeed. Whatever deities you heed may have mercy on your soul. Kolyan Indirovich. The letter is dated 1 week ago.
Stop. Look back into the gates that we have passed through. There's nothing of importance on this list.
Do you read it out loud to them?
Oh, no.
No? Just keep it to yourself?
No, of course, I will share this information with all of you.
Okay, do you inspect the body?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Are you doing anything? You've already read the letter. Are you doing anything? Would you like to inspect
No,
it?
I'm just kind of watching out.
Tarful, would you like to do anything in the area? Search around, look at prints, whatever. Maybe sniff out something.
What are those prints? Do they look familiar?
They look like wolf paw prints. You've seen enough of them. You know what they look like. Talia?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm figuring things out as I go.
no,
This is a perception.
Yeah,
This
go
is
ahead.
what?
You
Yes.
perception or investigation?
Nope. Whatever it was, I failed it.
Would you rather do an investigation?
Either way, I failed it.
Okay, gotcha.
I will. So that is.
Okay, so that's
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is round 1.
Round 1.
You hear off in the distance wolves in the background. Just one howl.
Sure.
You know, off in the distance. All right, now go.
In examining the body.
Okay.
And that was a 15.
Okay. With 15, you see that he was clearly killed by wolves, and he was obviously a runner. He was supposed to make it out there to put this note on the gate, but didn't make it. Amy? I mean,
Yeah,
Jane?
I answered it both.
Hey, you!
I just kind of got my haunches up, you know, like I'm not liking the vibe.
Something's not weird. The wolf,
yeah,
the
we
wolf
need
made
to.
you freak.
Yeah, you
So
never.
you looking around? You want to do a perception check?
Yeah, so I see there's any more in the area,
Okay.
kind of thing, because you don't. They're never just by themselves. 7.
You don't see anything else. Tarful? Just option to do anything. You want to look around at anything? Maybe look in the direction you saw the wolves or anything. Anything? Or are you just preoccupied?
Preoccupied.
Okay.
I'm
Talia?
just following, and yeah, I don't.
A little preoccupied with what's going
I'm
on?
preoccupied.
Are you guys staying there, or are you moving back towards the road?
No, we are moving back
towards the road.
Okay.
How far are we from the gate?
You have been traveling for maybe about 5 hours, so.
No, from the gate. Didn't we just pass through where the gates?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Maybe I don't know, 40, 50 feet from the gate.
I will run. I will run as fast as I can.
Okay.
And towards the gate.
Okay.
If you will permit me, as a bonus action to.
We're not in combat, so you.
No. So
yeah.
then I will post the message. Reaching
Okay.
my arm around.
So
anything to warn
you
others.
As you turn to move towards the gate.
Yes.
Okay. You all hear
the second round.
Wolves, but far more wolves.
We just need to get to town.
Not from the other side of the gate.
This isn't our side.
From this side of the gate.
Never mind.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Never mind. Down the road towards.
We go into town.
So
We
you
need to
don't.
get to town.
You don't
Heard
go
it!
to the gate.
No, I have to.
Okay.
So I'm so sorry. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
no problem.
I have to do the right thing.
Okay.
Here and
You make it to the gate.
Yeah.
You see a pack of wolves. No. Give me perception checks because you're looking at your eye. You see the wolves on the other side,
Yeah.
and all their haunches are up, and they're all up on their full standing.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah.
I'm hurriedly like, all right,
Yes.
we'll post this sign here. And
Okay. You see the other ones all rise up as they now know you're coming towards them. They all rise up and they drop their heads down and give like a low growl. from behind you.
There are 2 packs of wolves. There
Yes.
is this pack that is all still here that we thought were perfect. Yes, lovely. I love Barovia. Everything that they are doing.
From off behind you, with your nat 20, you sense and hear this other pack break through the tree line and are making a beeline toward the group.
Perfect. I'm still.
The rest of you give perception checks.
12.
Okay.
21.
You see this second pack of wolves break the tree line and make a beeline toward your direction.
Our direction.
Yes. Well, actually,
I've got like 20s. A lot of 20.
Yep. You see
way
the
up-
exact. You see the
well
exact
over
same
20
thing.
on this.
You see the exact same thing.
So, can I tell if they're running towards us or running to the wolves behind
they're
us?
running towards you guys.
And I can't tell the difference. Like, can I tell if they're going to attack us or the wolves behind us?
They look like they're coming at you.
Okay.
They're heading directly toward you. About 40, 50 feet, and let's say you're looking out, you're like on the field, 40, 50 feet to this way is where the gate is. They're coming this way at you.
Gotcha. Okay.
All of them. And it's, I would say, about 13 of them.
Oh, Jesus. We just need to run.
What do you do at the gate?
If I have posted the letter using a little bit of candle wax or any sort of, if I have my items with me. My
Okay,
kit.
so let's say it's going to take you an action.
Perfect.
To post.
Absolutely.
Alright.
I have to stay true to my alignment.
And you take one action to post this sign, reaching through on the other side of the gate.
Perfect.
The other wolves on the other side of the gate, facing you, because you're now looking out,
Yes.
facing you, sit and smile. It's very weird seeing a wolf smile at you.
Do they see the birds?
No, the birds have gone away.
No, these birds.
Oh,
I post the message on the other side. And just
If that's what you do.
No,
If that's what you do.
no.
Okay. You're gonna. I mean, are you going to taunt them?
No.
Okay. So you don't taunt them. You post and then you turn and you get as far as.
I'll use my movement.
Yeah. So you move back 30 feet towards.
Correct. Yes.
Us.
Them.
Yeah. And I.
What's your movement? Is it 30?
30.
30. Okay. So
Yeah.
you move 30 feet back. Okay. The wolves are now halfway to you.
The second set.
The second set.
Wolf.
Halfway to you when you turn
Yeah.
back.
All right.
Perception checks.
Yep.
And what are the rest of you doing?
Right now, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Readying an attack. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna.
16?
10.
10?
11.
11? Okay. You see them stop.
The second set.
The second set.
Right. Cool.
Right. They stop, but are still staring at you. Is anybody making any movements? Running? Doing anything?
If they stopped,
We stop.
I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Like
Okay.
if they stop, like I'm not going to give them the shiny metal man. I look like a toy. Like no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attack them unless they attack us because honestly I already died once today and I prefer not to do it a second
I'm
time.
kind of.
So now that you're stopped, they're tracking back and forth and maybe along a 10, 15 foot span. They're just tracking back and forth, like they're turning and then
They're just looking at us.
but they're watching you.
Inside check.
Okay.
I want to see. So 15 total. I'm looking for any trace of humanity in these.
No, these are wild beasts.
These are wild beasts.
And they are intent on making you their prey. Maybe conditionally. Like there's a chance. They're like, ooh, let him do it. Let him do it.
I am going to take my hand shoulder and say, perhaps you should show them the alpha of our group.
Oh, so can I change now? No.
She cannot change that. Okay? Then I will tap her on the shoulder and say, perhaps you should show them the alpha of our group.
Well, I could have this morning. I'm not very
I will
charismatic
tap
anymore.
her on the shoulder and say, perhaps you should show them the alpha of our group.
Okay, plus 10 plus 3.
This morning I could have done that.
Right.
Now I can't. I was yelling at walls like an hour ago.
Let me just check the saving throw.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. I'm here with you guys.
If this is an intimidation check, you have a D4.
This is. I'm going to use the mighty roar again to.
Okay.
That is now my intimidation.
Cool.
Just making sure on the bonus of it.
There you are.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, mine's 1.
What?
I'm
What?
negative
You got to roll, right?
Yeah.
8.
15 against
Oh.
15.
All right. So what does that make them?
Frightened.
Okay, they are frightened.
Do they run?
Ah!
They're not approaching.
Good. But they are obviously scared, yes?
Yep, they're stopped right there.
We will walk, I will walk forward.
You're going to walk towards them.
They are frightened.
Okay.
I will stand behind Tarfur, but
because they're scared of him,
no,
not
no,
scared
no.
of you.
I am walking, I was like, yes, you are afraid, Tarfur, you are, and they're grabbing Tarfur by the shoulders and just forming a small conga line, like behind him.
Yes. So they will step back.
Alright. And we
How
will-
close are we to town? Are we still far away?
How long do you want to continue to taunt them?
I am not taunting them. They are afraid. We will immediately just go past them.
So you're going back to the road.
Yes, we.
Because if you go towards them, you're stepping off the road.
No. We are on the road. We are on the
Okay,
road.
you're staying on the road. You're going
Yes.
to move past them.
Move
Because
past
they're
them.
parallel to you.
Yeah.
No, we
Okay.
will go to the road
Yeah,
and move forward down
yeah.
the road.
Okay,
And
so
then-
you're just going to continue back down the road. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Give me some perception checks. You're maybe about 20, 30 feet down the road now.
Oh,
14.
20.
Okay.
Oh, yay.
19.
Okay.
Perception 14.
Okay. You all go ahead.
I had not 20, but 24.
Yeah. Cosmically, you know these wolves were only going to pursue you if you were trying to leave.
Okay.
And the only reason that they came out was to
Herd. To herd. Let's just say
herd
Maybe
you.
is this easy food? No, this is not.
This is
easy
not
food.
easy food. But yes, they do run back into. They do go off into the woods again.
All right.
All right. All right. Back to the same marching order. What would you guys like to do?
Yes, of course. Same marching order. Heading down the road. Ease on down the road.
Ease on down the road. Okay. Let me get another set of perception checks.
12.
Okay.
8.
17.
15 on smell.
Okay. You pause in the roadway, stopping your companions, Tarful,
You.
as you alert them to another possible danger ahead. A figure walks alone with the stride and bearing of one who knows no fear. Clad in rusty armor, it clutches a gleaming longsword in its pale hand and looks ready for a fight. What do you do?
He's just sort of like blocking the road.
Mhm.
Like,
Do we try maybe heal him?
I mean, I don't think sneaking past them is proper. So, yes, we should.
Okay. So right
You're in
now,
front.
I would say you're about 70 feet away.
I will say, all of you, please, if you have weapons, please get them out of the ready. Hail and well met, stranger.
No answer at first. Do you move closer?
I will move closer.
All right. How close?
Another 30 feet.
Okay, so you're
40 feet
40
away.
feet away. Okay.
Hail and well met.
Give me an insight check.
Not 20.
You can see the intelligence and hate in its sunken eyes. It's not human.
By not human, I mean it was human at one point.
Yes.
Everyone get ready. This is not human. I believe whatever it is long gone for this world.
Give me a perception check, all of you.
I'm going to immediately. So it's a 9.
Okay.
9 on sight, 20 on smell.
Okay.
9.
17. 22.
Okay. Tarful, you have encountered one of these before. It's a revenant.
Yeah. I know shadows. I know shit like that. 'Cause from back history, which I haven't.
You see that it's undead, but you don't recognize specifically what it is. You can't see. All of you can now see. It's clad in chain mail, covered by a tattered tabard with a symbol resembling the Thander's crest you now hold on your chest, but slightly altered, with a silver dragon reaching around the outside, which looks like. Beep, 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 and Wolf's not there to post it. It looks like that.
Ooh, pretty.
And that's Wolf's original design.
Ooh.
Looks like that. That's what you see on his tabard. Okay? And you recognize it as somewhat resembling the symbol you have on your chest.
Sacred flame. I mean, we don't want to. We must put it out of its misery, correct? Like it. No, I mean,
Now,
it's
now
not
when
going
he
to
throws
let
out
us
papers.
It's a revenant. Are you sure?
I don't know what a revenant is.
Tarful? You want to share a little bit of the wisdom with him?
Jay can't remember, but maybe. But
It would be a
If
very
we
bad
conned-
choice.
If we conned this, we would not
We
see a level
KOS.
number. We would just see little
Red.
skulls.
Red, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Then, knowing that
Right.
now,
Yes.
they're very high. They're high level. They're not. Yeah, they're higher.
then knowing
That'd
that
be a
now,
KOS
can
thing.
we sneak around it? Is
No, you've already hailed it.
Right.
It didn't respond. Now you've moved within 30 feet of it, or you're 40 feet of it, and you got, I don't know, did the rest of you come forward?
Yeah.
So you're only 40 feet,
Well,
40
not
feet
as
away.
close as he is, but we're
I will
closer.
channel
On the
divinity and turn undead. I just want to push it out of our way and walk past it.
Okay. Or try and hail it again, or nothing.
I will try to
Yeah.
hail it. I will try
No,
to
no, no,
hail
no.
it.
Whatever you
No,
want to
no,
do.
I will hail it one more time before I do this.
Okay.
Closing the distance to 15 feet.
Oh, you move closer to him.
Oh yeah, I said
Oh,
I moved
okay.
30 feet.
Sure.
You know.
All right. As soon as you get within 15 feet of him.
I know you, though something is different about you. I was a knight of the Order of the Silver Dragon, annihilated defending the valley against Strahd's armies more than 4 centuries ago. I no longer remember my name, but I cannot mistake your form as the Butcher.
His form?
We aren't the Butcher.
Whose form? Who is he looking at when he says that?
He's just looking ahead.
At him.
Maybe. You should try that perception.
Yes. 12.
19, 22,
Not
23.
20.
Yeah.
You guys believe that he is staring at Billy. Who's there? Who's there?
How long you been around?
Gonna give me a perception check.
15.
You recognize this guy. Do you want to reveal that to everybody else?
No.
Okay. was that a what was the plus on it?
12 plus 3.
Okay, all right.
I will nod my head. Whoever we were, we are not those individuals now.
He will turn and look at you again, more directly, and step forward.
You are the Raven Queen's butcher. I was there and witnessed your prowess on the field as you were the last of us to fall to his hand. I watched until my last breath as you tried to single-handedly bring him down. Is this the day of return to glory, brother? Have you come to gather us again to depose this vile usurper?
Are we hearing this too, or is it just him?
Oh, you all hear this.
Making sure it's not just him.
Today is not the day, but soon. The war drums have begun to beat.
No matter your purpose here, I know it is for greater good, so you must seek out Vladimir Horngard, the leader of the Order of the Silver Dragon, to help you. He is in August Vault. Go quickly to the village ahead. Down this road, you will find safety there, as it is not safe to be traveling the roads while living.
Stay safe.
The wolves you heard earlier burst from the tree line at full sprint towards you. The Revenant pushes past you with lightning speed, advancing toward the pack incoming.
Run, he says. I will handle these interlopers.
As the two forces collide, all you see over your shoulder is a master of the blade at work, chopping his way through a blood-soaked tidal wave of fur and viscera. The howls of the wolves diminished as you look back one last time to see a floating figure above the Revenant pause, then strike the Revenant with a single swipe of a blade. As the Revenant falls to its knees and then into two masses in the grass, the figure almost seems to be smiling, but it's hard to tell from this distance, and then he is gone. He was there, then not, in a blink of an eye. Do you continue running?
Yes. As fast as possible.
Yeah, I follow.
You guys continue running as fast as you can towards the town, and you make it to the village of Barovia.
Yay, we're in Barovia.
Welcome to Barovia Village.
All right, I need
Mercy.
to find a tourist office first of all. Get some brochures,
maps,
discounts on
You
things.
are approaching from here.
Do they still have those? Really?
Have what?
Triptychs?
What's that?
Oh,
Thing you used to
it's-
get before you took a trip. That was
yeah,
the old-
AAA would give it to you, and they would highlight down the map, and you would, it's almost like a little card thing. It would, yeah, it's a AAA thing, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember those when I was little.
You come into the town, and it is beginning, it's almost nightfall. You look across the town, and you can see that the houses are mostly boarded up. Few of them are lit, but there's nobody on the street.
Like lit or what?
Yeah, lit.
Both.
They're getting lit. But there's almost nothing around. A single black raven with blue tipped wing, which is odd, flights in and lands upon one of the houses in front of you and calls at you, trying to get your attention.
Yeah, I will head over towards the place.
Okay.
that The raven is.
As you move, it flits off again to the next house.
We continue to follow it.
And is everybody following?
Yes.
Okay, let me get perception checks.
12.
14.
15.
17.
With the 17, you guys only notice the raven.
Sure.
and you get the sense that it's leading you somewhere. You, on the other hand, notice that there's more than just the one. It seems like all along the path there are ravens, almost like a line on both sides of the road along the housetops. And because everybody's focused on the one, they only see that, but you see all of them. And that is where we end.
Oh, wow.
Well done, sir. Well done indeed. Well, thanks for tuning in. As I spill water everywhere. Thank you so much for tuning in, gang. We don't forget that we have a one-shot tomorrow night. I'm really excited about
Satan Claus.
Satan Claus. It's all the kids that accidentally misspell Satan instead of Santa on their Christmas letters, and Satan deciding, hey, I'm going to deliver those presents because the kids wrote to me. So it's going to be a weird one, which is the best kind. So tune in tomorrow night for that, and we love you guys. Indigo Connect, and don't forget, the pen is always mightier than the sword.
Let's go over and rate Total Party Chill.
Yep. We're going to raid another channel. Stay tuned with us. You can go ahead and end stream whenever you are
Stop
ready.
streaming.
Stop
Yep.
streaming.